Welcome everyone. This is Niklesh Jain, and with me once again, our experience international master V Saravanan is here, and we are going to live, and we are all are going to witness today the final day of Asian Games Individual Championship. And Saravanan ji, how much hope you have for medals?
Women's section, it's going to be very difficult because many things have to go in the way of Hampi and Harika.
Why do people
Whereas
in
men, of course, we still have a lot of chances because the leader is Vei on 5.5 and Arjun is on 4.5, Vidit is on 5. So men, open section, we still have a lot of chances. But again, both the boys, Vidit as well as Arjun, they have to do well today.
Let's see. I think the most important thing is if Vidit and Arjun is going to win this round, that is, I think this is the most important round. After we can think for medal. If we are going to win this round, then medal will be very near.
Correct. And so the pairing of the day is in the open section, in the 8th round, that is the first round of the day. There are 2 games today, 2 last games which will decide all the medals. So Vidit Gujrathi is playing Bilgun Sumia, Grandmaster from Philippines. Whereas Arjun Erigaisi has a very crucial pairing. He's playing black against the brilliant Noderbek Abdusattorov. This is going to be a fight between 2 young tigers, Abdusattorov versus Arjun Erigaisi. Fantastic game. And of course, the top game is also very interesting. The leader, Wei, is playing against Vietnamese Grandmaster Tuan Le. So open section, these are the pairings.
So we are hoping that Indian will do well today. I think for Arjun will be very crucial, very important, because last few months is not went so well for Arjun, and he's looking for some kind of like relief or success. I think if you want medal for India in Asian Games, it will be good for this youngster. Let me put the standing also. I will try to put a standing also here. Yes, now I can fix this thing also. So this is the standing you're watching for the men's, and after meanwhile I will put for after sometimes I will switch for women's also if needed. But I think our focus should be men's today, because here is we have a chances of medals. If you look at the standing right now with it, oh sorry, I have to put with it one more down. I think yes, because there is one more player. Wei is Abdusattorov and Wei is there. So overall, if you see in top 5, top 6, Arjun name is still there. That means 2 back-to-back win can put him again in the medal chances. Possible to push it. Let me check everything is fine with our live telecast. Hi everyone, how are you? And thank you so much for coming again, and let us know if everything is fine. All voice, everything is fine.
Okay. Well, looks everything fine to me, and we will hope that everything will be fine for India also at the end of the day. So the games are going to start anytime now at the live relay.
Yes. I think every day I saw they started on perfect time mostly. So let's check. Vidit game, as I see, is not on air still. Okay, game started. Vidit started with the E4 move here. And Saravanan, what do you think about E4? And Somia started with Sicilians, C5. Knight F3.
So Vidit is going for an open position. He's opting for 1 E4 today. One of the features of players at the top, players like Vidit who belong to the top 30, top 50 in the world, is that they can play any kind of setup. They can play any kind of opening. Over a period of years, they build it consciously so that according to the situation, according to the opponent, and according to the result that you want, they can play any opening. So I'm not at all surprised. So it is a Paulsen, Sicilian Paulsen. Among Sicilians, Paulsen is an opening which probably can be considered as a little harmless, let us say, compared to a Nidov or a Dragon. So this is going to be more of strategical and less of tactical in terms of the nature of a position. But definitely it is going to be an open game. It is a Sicilian after all. So this game is going to be an open game with an open warfare. There will not be any quiet moves in this game. So viewers, welcome to all of you today. So just like every day, we'll be hoping that you will participate with us in the in talking to us, in basically engagement with us, so that let us keep a dialogue going and let us enjoy the games together. So Paulsen and Vidit is taking his time after the fourth move. So meanwhile, Niklesh, can we check Arjun's game?
Yes, I will put the Arjun game also, and meanwhile I'm setting the bars also. 1 minute, just I will put the Arjun game. And
Yeah, sure.
Arjun against Abdul Sattarov, Nodirbek, and Arjun is playing from black. D4, D5, Knight F3, Knight F6, C4, E6, Knight C3, Knight B D7, Queen C2, Bishop B4, G3.
So this is basically a Catalan with shades of the Chigorin defense, you can say. Because the placement of queen on c2 is a little early. This is also going to be an open fight. Arjun has gone for dc4. In a way, you can call that it is kind of, giving up the center. But when the queen is on c2, black does it many times because he gets c5 very fast now. Black gets a c5 break very fast now. And the queen being on c2 instead of d1 makes it a little bit of a difference. Why black can play c5. This will also be an open game, but it will not have any tactics like Vidit Gujrathi's game because it comes from a queen pawn opening, d4 opening. So let's see how it goes. Wei is playing on the top board. He is playing against the Vietnamese Grandmaster Tuan Minh Le. So of course, our support will be for Tuan Minh Le so that a good result for Tuan Minh Le on the top board will be good for India in terms of medal. Just as we expected, Arjun goes for c6. Idea is to basically b5 and support the pawn on c4. C5 was my original idea, but c6, b5 is another way to play. What can I say? Basically, Arjun shows his readiness to go for a complicated position, a tactical position, which is very significant here. So this is how the men's game, the open section has started. What about the women's section?
Hampi and Harika facing each other.
Yes, so this is the most crucial pairing of the day. You know, in a certain way, it is unlucky that both our players, both grandmasters, have to face each other in this crucial penultimate round.
But I'm thinking in another way, Saravanan. I think if there is any chances for the medal right now, so its chances is only winning 2 games. So if they fight well in this game and one winner should come out, that will be great. If there is even one small chance for India for win the medal. What do you think?
I was about to say that I would have preferred them to play 2 different players and both win their 2 different games so that both of them score a win. Now the problem is between both of them, only one can score a win. Only one medal contender will be there in the last round. So I would have preferred it if both of them had paired against different players.
Yes, definitely.
So Hampi versus Harika, we have a Petrov defense. So Hampi has gone for the Petrov. Hampi has been playing the Petrov on and off for the last 2 to 3 years. Basically, she had about 2 years of a break from chess when she had a child. After coming back, she wanted to solidify her opening repertoire and she mainly concentrated on the Petrov defense. So that is one of her mainline openings. And this game, it is interesting that she prefers the Petrov defense. Well, both of them don't know that one of them have to win and go forward. Maybe both of them want the other to blink first. Both of them want the other to take a chance. So maybe that is Humpy's psychology in this game, to prefer a calm positional battle.
But I hope this will not take to this game to a draw. Because draw will finish both chances.
Well, it is early days, so let us hope that the game will ultimately turn out into a full-fledged battle.
Yes.
So this is how the Indians games have started so far. So which game do you want to concentrate, Nikhil?
I think I want to
maybe?
see the Vidit game because it already looks good. Because opponent want to play complicated chess with h5.
Generally, these variations with h5, they don't occur when white has played the Marochi bind with e4 and c4. So this is a bit of a surprise for me. I am sure that already the game is into original territories. So the point is, when black plays h5, he wants to play knight g4 and he wants to conduct some kind of a kingside attack.
Yes.
But the point is, when white has both e4 and c4 pawns present, it is difficult to open lines for black to join the knight. So if black will not be successful with the knight coming to g4 or any such attack, then h5 pawn becomes a liability here. So I feel that this is a little bit of a risky choice by Sumia for this
And
game.
also there is one more thing is there, that the point is, if you are going to castle in any moment, this h5 will be one weakness. If you're going to stay in center, that is also not going to work in some moment, because in one moment white will break then center.
Correct. Exactly. That's what I was saying. So h5 is a little bit of a risky move to have. So I think white can be more confident in this game. Anyway,
And I want to tell
Vidit doesn't want to have any of it. He plays h3, stopping knight from coming to g4 square at all. Yeah, Niklesh.
I want to share some information with viewers and you also, that in Asian game there is no rule about the same country player. Means even in the last round, Arjun and Vidit can play. This is possible. So
that is a surprise. Generally, that is not allowed in medal tournaments. That's a surprise for me, actually.
Yes, actually, this is not allowed in FIDE tournaments, but in the Asian tournaments like that, they allow. So means anything can happen in the last round. Okay, I can hope one thing, that Vidit win this game, Arjun win this game, and Arjun beat Wei in the last round. So I have that hope also. That is all. That is possible, because Wei didn't play against Arjun, and Wei will need one player if he win this match, or even he draw. So let's hope. If Vidit and Arjun can win this game, the medal chances will be super high. Will be super high in the last round. Okay, so
Black has played h4 in this position. So I'm taking it that black is angling for knight coming to h5 and then coming to g3. I think Vidit can start pressing for an advantage straight away here with queen f2. So my point of queen f2 is to play knight f3 and attack the h4 pawn. And if black plays knight h5, I have knight from c3 to coming to e2 to protect the g3 square. So we already have a full-fledged fight in the game between Vidit Gujrathi and Bilgun Sumia.
I think what I realized yesterday is, in Arjun game, Sumia was definitely trying to attack something, but Arjun was not in solid position yesterday, and that makes him in trouble. But today, if you see Vidit position, Sumia is trying to attack, but Vidit position is don't have any weakness or something, solid position with Marokzi bind system. So this is, I think they also realize that the potential of Sumia when he beat Arjun. So I think Vidit must be careful today. Okay.
Well, as you said, white has a solid position indeed. So as I said in the beginning, against the Marochi setup, I'm really not convinced about black playing h5, h4. But again, we were discussing about this yesterday. In a rapid game, the soundness almost doesn't matter. What matters is how much ideas and how much tactics you're able to create afterwards. So I think Sumya wants to create a, let us say, a tactical game, and he doesn't mind becoming slightly minus in the process. So aapka dhokebaj meter is telling the same thing, I believe.
And there is one thing. Maybe Jurjiner is going to fix her gold medal in this round itself, because she's on 6 points and currently she is in very promising position already.
Maybe we can show that game to our viewers. So
Look at the
this is a
attack.
Caro-Kann.
Look at her.
So this is the Caro-Kann defense where black's bishop comes to f5, and when white plays g4, it retracts back to d7. You know, this is a very interesting position, and there are certain nuances in this position. One is that you are seeing nothing but a French defense. This is actually not a Caro-Kann position. You are seeing nothing but a French defense. In a French defense, black has played bishop f5 and then bishop d7. So this is a French defense with a move down for black. And then the second move, c6 and c5. So 2 moves down for black. Why black plays this version of the French defense is that he is hoping that the moves h4, g4, and f4 are actually weaknesses in the long run. It is not strengths for black. See, for example, if you play the regular move here with queen d2, black can play h5, for example. So, you know, yeah, as you said, Jujiner is probably going for, is going for the full point straight away. But the point is, she's playing very risky, in my opinion, to opt for this particular setup. I think it is quite risky in this game, in this particular game when medal is at stake. That's what I think.
But the point is, look at her opponent rating. And I'm surprised for her opponent rating. 1438.
Correct. We were talking yesterday, right? This is basically Unica Feng from Hong Kong. She is rated, Eunice Feng from Hong Kong. She is rated 1438, and through some very good results and victories, suddenly she has jumped to the second of the table. So very interesting pairing this is. We have Grandmaster Zhu Ziner at one side, and you have a player rated 1438 on the other side.
So maybe this is the reason that Zhu took so much risk.
Possible. But you know, there is this interesting theory.
Mm-hmm.
This is very interesting because it can be related very easily. Indians can relate it with our cricket analogies. The faster the games become in any sport, whether it is T20 or rapid chess, the more the chances for the lesser rated player on paper to win the game. The chance of an upset increases as faster the game becomes. You get me? So
Yes.
this is extremely risky. There was no need for Jujiner to play this at all. This is my opinion. Okay, so in Vidit Gujrathi's game, as we were talking, what we expected has happened. Black has played knight h5 coming to knight f4. Actually, you know, that is why I wanted white to play queen f2 earlier, so that when black plays knight h5, I wanted to play knight e2, stopping knight g3. So it's interesting to see why Vidit allowed. There is one strategy behind now. Vidit can actually play queen f2 now for ng3, rook e1, and later on he can kick the knight out. So, you know, after making so many moves with the knight g8 to f6 to h5 to g3, if it gets exchanged, black loses a lot of tempi in the process. So that may be Vidit's idea also.
Vidit played queen f2 now. I think he simply complete his development, like saying to his opponent that I don't worry what you want to do. I don't believe in your plans. So I will complete my development. So knight h5, now queen f2, and let's see if he continue with knight g3. I don't think he will go knight g3 here. Go knight g3. White can put his rook on e1 or d1 somewhere.
Yeah, I was expecting rook to go to e1 Okay, he has gone to D1 already.
No,
Oh, you
I'm
know,
just, I'm doing.
I think E file is a natural file, and then the next move I can go knight D4 to E2. That was my original plan here.
So right now, the last move on the board is Queen F2.
Yeah, that's true.
Can we check
Okay, so
Arjun's
shall
game
we
also?
have a... Yeah, sure. Let's go for Arjun's game.
Arjun is from black, and last position we saw after
Okay.
G3, AC4, 6, Castle, A4, A5, and Rook D1. So Arjun played Queen E7, E4, and Arjun played E5.
Okay, so we have a full-fledged fight in our hands, and let's try to check this position a little, what Arjun is doing.
Mhm.
See, the very first idea I'm getting is that White is still yet to recapture the pawn that he has given. This is the first thing.
Mhm.
So the time taken to recapture the pawn, Arjun is using it to open up the center already. Say, for example, here in this position right on the board, White can play knight E8.
Mhm.
Knight
Knight
A2, the
E8.
point is
Okay. Yes.
knight 8. No. Knight 8 has been played already.
No. H3, I'm saying, you want to play knight E8?
No. H3 I didn't see.
Okay.
This is interesting. Why White played H3? Because I was expecting knight A2. Okay, for H3, let us take ED4 now.
E.
So my point is
ED4.
E cross
Okay.
D4.
Okay.
E cross D4. Hopefully rook cross D4 is a good move because, anyway, black is going to play knight F5 later on. So the point is, after rook cross D4, now if I play knight C5 here,
Mhm.
the point is I'm going to play bishop E6 supporting C4 the next move.
Mhm.
And here it is not possible to play rook into C4 because of bishop E6.
Mhm.
So rook into C4 is met with bishop E6, rook D4, knight B3,
Mhm.
forking the two rooks.
Yes.
You got me?
Yes.
So this is my plan here. So let us go back a little. So after ED4, if you take knight into D4,
Mhm.
now black gets free access to the D3 square with knight E5 or knight C5, either of them. I
Mhm.
prefer knight. Okay, I prefer knight E5 because, centralize the knight first.
Mhm.
So this is going to be extremely complicated, and now the Abdus Sattarov has given up a pawn free. Arjun has taken up the challenge, and I assume that he is going to take ED4. What surprises me is why Abdus Sattarov allowed this at all. Why did he play H3 at all? That surprises me.
And this H3 is giving, according to Dhokebaz meter, a quite good advantage for black. And already Saravanan shows that after E into D4, this D3 square will be vulnerable and will be under attack by knight C5 or knight E5. And in the same time, you can't capture with a rook. Even by the rook. Even if they took from knight D4, then what? Simple knight E5?
Yeah, that's what we are analyzing,
Yes.
right? So knight D4, we want to play knight E5. So in the whole scheme, H3 is a puzzle. Why White played H3 at all is a puzzle for me, honestly speaking.
And I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't know what is
I'm
the
happy
reason.
too.
Good for India. Now Arjun must be
I'm
thinking
happy
how to
too.
exploit.
I'm as patriotic as you. I'm also happy.
And look at here today, I think. Abdul Sattarov is somehow is not comfortable with opening or something. He took so much time. Already
So we
10
have
minutes.
hmm.
Already he took 10 minutes in this position.
Exactly. I have a feeling that Abdul Sattarov is not following any of his preparation, which means that Arjun Erigaisi has done his favorite thing of catching an opponent in his own preparation. That's well done. That is basically going well for Arjun
And look
so
at the
far.
Vidit position. Opponent say, no matter what, I want to enjoy knight g3 ride. And he read knight g3 and Vidit follow your advice, rook f e1. And now Fumia just want to do everything. But Vidit played very fast fg5. G5. Is it compulsory to take f into g5?
What can I say? G5 is a very unexpected and extremely rash move. I wouldn't even call it tactical. It's an extremely rash move.
Look,
So G5, FG5, all this has happened, yeah?
no, but Vidit
FG5,
is playing
95.
also very fast somehow.
That's a surprise. I think Vidit missed something. You know, the position after G5, you can go back.
Yes, I think here he can take time.
Here,
No?
for G5 here, yeah, there's a very interesting idea, knight F5 shot.
Ah, yes.
This could have been very interesting here. The point of knight F5 is, if you play knight F5, if you can make the moves, knight F5, EF5. White can continue with knight D5. And let us say if the white queen goes to D8, I have EF5, and this is a glorious attack for white in the center, attacking the king, which is not castled. So instead of queen D8, if black goes queen C5, aiming to exchange the queens, basically, I always have bishop E3, so that is not possible also.
No,
so
Vidit took 2.5 minutes to take this.
FG5?
Yes. And here he played very fast bishop F1. And now I think his opponent is thinking.
Well, this is basically what Sumya wanted, and he got it on the board.
Yes, he want to create something.
You know, Vidit basically wants to play it safe. That is why he took FG5, and that is why he went back bishop F1. You cannot say that the strategy is wrong or something, because at the end of the day, you're still a pawn up or soundly, and black king is still on D8, E8 in the open. But a little bit of safe play by Vidit. That's what it looks to me.
Let's see what his opponent is going to play here now. I think maybe he will play a simple rook g8 to attack this pawn.
Yeah, rook g8. Now, I think, there is no way that white can easily support it. So after something like rook a d1 centralization,
he will capture bishop g5, bishop g5, rook
bishop
g5,
g5, bishop g5, rook g5, and you just have a regular position on the board. Black doesn't have any great attack on the king side as such, but at the same time, the position is extremely messy. But there is one problem in black going for the capture of the g5 pawn. Can we make the moves on the board?
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, so rook g8, rook a d1. Yeah, there is one problem with bg5. If black takes bishop g5, rook g5, now queen f4. Now white will start attacking the pawn on h4. So maybe black will not go for bishop g5. He has to go bishop d7. Idea is to play Trupco, and in the long run, you can take on g5. That's what you can do.
Okay, rook a g1, rook a d1, and bd7.
bd7, that's what I'm thinking. But then comes my original idea again, knight f5 shot.
Knight f5 again.
Yes, so knight f5 is a pivotal move. There is this theory of Stenids. Whoever has the advantage has to attack. If you do not attack, many times you will miss that advantage and you will end up losing the game. So, black is delaying his castling. So white has to attack with moves like knight f5. So I think time has come for Vidit to play a little adventurous in this game. Otherwise, he may end up in the wrong side of a tactics.
Let's see what he's going to do here. Queen d8. His opponent played queen d8.
Okay. So
he wants to capture here, but he want to bring his queen here, and he want to keep support on h4 pawn.
Exactly. So he wants to keep the rook on h8 so that it keeps the support of the h4 pawn. But in the meanwhile, he makes his d6 pawn weak.
Yes, in the same time also, for example, if we go rook a d1 and if we take bishop g5, queen g5, Vidit can simply neutralize with knight f3, no? Position, make it easy.
That's what I said. The d6 pawn becomes weak in the process. Yeah. So your analysis is perfectly correct. So yeah, I think this is what will happen ultimately. Rook a d1, bishop g5, queen g5. Now after knight f3. But I thought there is something more adventurous. For queen d8, rook a d1, bg5, do not take bishop to g5, play knight f3 directly.
Ah, okay, okay. Here, play knight
The
f3.
point is the queen, yeah, the point is queen on d8 is stuck.
Yes,
you know.
don't bring his queen also
It has
here.
to-
Yes, yes.
Exactly. Don't let the queen come out. That's
Yeah,
my point.
this is the difference, na? 121, around 2100 and 12500, 2400.
For a moment, I thought you were talking about Vidit Gujrathi. Come
I'm
on.
talking about you and me.
I got
This is the difference. I bring his queen out and then trying to exchange. And you say, no, 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 don't bring even queen and try to exchange.
So I think I have a feeling Vidit has got it now. He has got a slight advantage and he's going to push. Black king is in the center. And आप एक चीज देखेंगे, knight f3, queen f3, bd2, rook d2, almost all black's pieces are in their initial ranks. Rook 8, rook c8, rook 8, rook h8, bishop c8 and queen
But
d8.
look here, one more level. Vidit even don't want to exchange g5. He came knight f3 before.
He played knight f3, but okay, he can bring the rook to d1 next move also. So
No, I'm
I
saying
think
this is very funny, na? I was thinking after two moves knight f3. Then you thought, no, okay, one more before knight f3. And then Vidit played directly knight f3.
so. That is the difference between a 2300 and a 2700. You can say. Yeah.
This is very interesting. Anyway, I should refresh, I think, this because so many variations are there and that will not be so good to. Okay.
Arjun's variation has reached a crucial point, Niklesh. Let's go there. Arjun's game.
Okay, this has happened here. Anyway, bishop g5 and let me put
Yeah.
the Arjun game.
So
Okay.
Arjun, instead of e cross d4, which we were analyzing, he went for rook e8 immediately.
Mhm.
And now Abdus Sataro has gone for a very committal decision with b5.
A5.
This is really surprising for me. Why? Two reasons. One, Abdus Sataro has clearly told that I am not worried about the extra pawn at all. That's a very big commitment to me. And here in this particular position, black has c cross d5, knight cross d5, knight cross d5. See, this is a very crucial moment. If you take rook cross d5 here, I just play b6 followed by bb7 and I'm better.
Yes.
Because, as you can see, after bb7, almost all black's pieces are developed, and the bishop on g2, bishop on g2 doesn't have much of a role.
Yes.
So for knight d5, if you don't play rook cross d5, if you play e cross d5 in that position, then I have this interesting move e4 shot.
And then, oh my God.
So my point of e4 is after e4, knight d4, knight c5. Now the knight is again reaching the d3 square. If you take queen cross c4 here,
knight d3.
Black is reaching knight d3, and once black knight reaches knight d3, this is a very good position for black already. See, for example, you can see that black is already threatening to play bd7 once again, playing rook c8 and all that. Black controls a lot of squares in the center. That is the main thing, and e4 pawn is a very pivotal pawn here.
This is looks like till now is very good for India, and let's see how these games are going to progress.
I'm very surprised by now Abdul Sataro's d5 pawn push, to be honest.
And once again, why not we move to the Vidit game? What is happening there is queen f3, bishop g5, and Vidit played rook a d1. So ultimately, Vidit is playing safe. I think now I can say somehow that the kind of attack black want is already neutralized somehow.
Definitely, there is no more any kingside adventures for black anymore. So this we did predict because of the Marochi bind on the center with e4 and c4 pawns. So knight f3 basically, as everything is working out well for Vidit, I think.
Now all is solid now.
Yeah, and if you remember what we were discussing, white has played rook d1, not taken bishop to g5. So yeah, I think white has a clear advantage in this position.
White is doing well, Vidit is doing well, time-wise, game-wise, position-wise, all is good.
One worry for Sumia is that he cannot play the natural move BD7.
Tanmay, Parham quit the competition with it. Tie break will be very bad now. No. You need to understand here. The tie breaks are the average rating. So don't worry about the if someone quit this, nothing will happen because tie break. I will tell you what is the exact tie break. I will read for you because yesterday I already confirmed is average rating of opponents. That is the tie break, and then after Bukol's cut one and other things, and then in the and direct encounter. So in the average rating, Vidit already played good games against the top players.
We have to work it out. Unfortunately, it is not. This whole thing, the whole tournament is not coming on chess results or any other such place where we can work out the ratings ourselves. Anyway, first of all, it's a surprise that Paran quit the tournament. That's a surprise why he did that.
Quitting the Asian Games is not a good sign. Nah? Means
Yeah,
usually
must
people
be
complete it.
Yeah, must be a health issue because generally at that level, people don't quit competitions without any valid reason.
No,
Because,
maybe he's not well.
they're
He want to take
representing their
rest.
countries more than anything. When you're representing the country, obviously, you'll be answerable to your own government also. So I think that must be a health.
I think maybe he's not well or something, and they want to give him rest before team championship because Iran have good chance in team championship.
That's what they told. So health must be a health reason. By the way, Arjun has not taken CD5. He went for knight c5 directly.
Yeah, they are thinking totally different than we are thinking. D5, he went knight c5, knight d2, cd5. Now this is not so good situation currently. That position was much better. You are getting advantage. If one pawn, I don't know what is happening.
Well, I didn't really like knight c5, but let's see. After knight c5, knight
even he
d2
played
is a
g6.
cd5, ed5.
Why he played g6 here?
He wants to play bishop f5. The idea is to develop the bishop on f5. Somewhere already, I think Arjun has missed the thread of the game because now White has managed to recapture the c4 pawn also.
Yes.
And he has a very good pawn on d5 also. So in the last 3 to 4 moves, the tables have turned actually. Now it is White who has got an advantage in the last 2-3 moves. And in the time front also now, Abdul Sattarov has about 11.5 minutes, whereas Arjun has just less than 10 minutes.
Yes, this is a very surprising for me also.
Abdul Sattarov is doing well.
Means why he didn't take, looks like very good for black, solid. Means,
and did you see the surprise? D6, what is that?
I don't know.
Why?
He don't want to beat Arjun.
There is this old story. There was this wonderful tournament being held in Bulgaria where Sashi Kiran was leading the tournament with 1 round to go. And he was playing Vasilin Topalov in the last round with black pieces. Topalov wins the tournament. A draw or a win for Sashi wins the tournament. And Sashi entered a tactical position and ended up losing. So after the game, Sashi's second Sakis told him, "Why did you play tactical position at all?" And Sashi says, "But I thought it was favorable for me." Then Sakis says, "But why show blood to a shark?" Yeah. So D6 is actually showing blood to a shark in a way. There was no need to provoke Arjun by playing D6. I was expecting a simple knight c4 with a slight advantage for White.
Yes.
So now if you take queen d6, for example.
I think Arjun has to take, there is no other option. Why Arjun will leave that pawn?
Queen d6, knight c4, queen e7, bishop g5 is probably White's plan. But for queen d4, queen d6, knight c4, black can play queen f8 cleverly.
Yes, queen f8, yes. Not allowed to any pin.
Yeah, so okay, no doubt black inside is a little weak, but at the same time, black has a pawn on e5 controlling squares. So I think it is back to equality for Arjun.
Let's see what Arjun will choose. I think he has to take. There is no other option.
So we haven't seen Humpy Harika's game for a long time.
Hampi Harika game. Harika is in little better position.
Mhm.
Structure wise, they are fine, I think. But this bishop will be crucial in the end game.
There is only one open file, that is the
Mm-hmm. So move. Right now is Harika played b3 and is Humpy move.
difficult to predict who is better, but at the same time, I think, both are very solid. Overall, the position is very solid. That's what I would say.
In these days, first time my computer is saying my internet is unstable. I don't know what happened.
That's not good news. Let's hope for the best.
Usually I have a very high speed internet, so this kind of message is not normal for me. No, I think problem is there because it's it's almost 200 Mbps. I checked just now. No problem should be happen. Yes, all in control. Maybe
Good
for
news.
one moment it fluctuate little something. Okay, so yeah, let's see what will happen in the women's section. But my main concern is this position, and still Arjun is thinking. We'll go to the Vidit position. Queen f3, bishop g5, rook a d1, bishop d7. Now he's playing simple and he is having only 4.5 minutes.
Well, this everything points out to an advantage. And as we are talking here, c5 is a very interesting move.
Here?
Yes, the point of c5 is if black takes d cross c5.
Okay.
I was
Ho,
hoping
ho.
that
So
I
you will
can take
capture
bishop.
this, and wow. Come on, everyone, tell me in chat if this will happen, what you will play from white.
So this move here.
तो फ्रेंड्स एवरीवन, जितने भी लोग जुड़े हुए हैं सबको मैं बता देता हूं एक बार हिंदी में भी कि आज अंतिम 2 राउंड खेले जा रहे हैं इंडिविजुअल टूर्नामेंट में और एशियन गेम्स के, और भारत के विदित गुजराती और अर्जुन इरगासी दोनों के पास चांस है मेडल जीतने का। डेफिनेटली विदित के पास ज़्यादा चांसेस हैं, और ये मैच सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। ये मैच जो फिलहाल चल रहा है, अगर विदित यहाँ पे मैच जीतेंगे तो बहुत ज़्यादा मेडल चांसेस जो बढ़ जाएंगे। पोजीशन तो अच्छी है ही उनकी। ओके, यस एवरीवन, यू आर करेक्ट। निकलेश जैन, धोखेबाज मीटर का कुछ करिए। धोखेबाज मीटर का कुछ नहीं कर सकते, धोखेबाज मीटर धोखा देने के लिए ही है। ओके, सो करेक्ट, यस, यहाँ पे रुक इनटू d7 आ रहा है, एंड देन किंग d7, क्वीन f7, एंड ये तो बहुत सारे टैक्टिक्स आप लोग ने सॉल्व किए होंगे। So anyway, current position is bd7 and it's white to move with it thinking, with it having 12 minutes, his opponent having only 4.5 minutes.
So Vidit has to find this crucial move here, c5 shot. It's very important that he finds it.
I mean, it's not look so tough. I think he will find.
He will find, but again, the competition, the weight of the competition. Yesterday, Vidit was having a very good position, but the weight of the
But
competition.
for example, in c5, opponent will exchange on d2.
I will rather, think that. Let us see what he does. The point is, instead of c5, I'm not able to find another solid move here. That is my only concern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, you're saying something?
I was saying if he exchange on g2, but anyway, we will wait what Vidit will play here, and let's check the Arjun game against. Did he what? I don't understand sometimes. Sometimes I don't understand anything in chess. Trust me. Means why you don't want to capture that pawn?
This is interesting. So Arjun has taken a very important decision not to take queen into d6.
And he went for
So
exchange.
yes, so he went for
And not
d6.
only
He went for
exchange, this knight
d6, and
could be
for knight
dangerous
d5
with
he
this
went
pawn
for
in
queen
future.
f5.
I don't know. Means it's really high class chess what Arjun is playing because I didn't understand anything. Means I thought, okay, it's almost forced to take. Means what? Why allow opponent one extra pawn, fast pawn to create some problem? But definitely
There is a
Arjun.
point behind this. There is a point behind this. For queen f5, white has to take queen into f5 and bishop into f5 here. I'm threatening.
For example, knight c4.
I'm threatening bishop c2 in this position. Okay.
Okay.
So for queen f5, bishop into f5, white has to take knight into c4. So for knight into c4, black has knight b3. He wins the exchange.
Okay. Here knight b3.
Knight b3. So
Okay.
for knight b3, now white can win his own exchange with knight c7
Knight
also,
c7.
or he can play bishop g5 also. I think bishop g5 may be a stronger move. So bishop g5, king g7, now knight c7. So what I guess is happening is Arjun says, I can win the d6 pawn in the long run. So he doesn't want to play queen d6 for some reason. Of course, why he didn't want to play queen d6, that's a different thing. We might have to find out from him only. But the question is not as bad as it looks. It is just a mutual exchange of both the rooks with for knights, and then finally black will
This is
go
the
back to
position
attack.
already. This is the
Black will
position
go
already.
back to attack the d6 pawn, I wanted to say. So this is basically black strategy. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're saying something?
Already this has happened on the board. Knight c4. Already this is the queen f5,
Yeah.
bishop f5, knight into c4, and now is black to move. Means Arjun move either knight b3
Knight
or bishop
b3
c2,
is.
whatever.
Yeah, knight b3 is almost the only move, obligatory move here. Okay, so things are hotting up in this game very, very
What is happening in
strongly.
Vidit game? What Vidit did it? Vidit didn't find c5. Vidit played bishop f4. Means why?
Niklesh, you should say Vidit did not play c5. You shouldn't say Vidit didn't find c5.
Okay,
I'm just joking. So basically, Vidit doesn't want to go for tactics. That is, I think that's the point of not playing c5. So
somehow this position is now looking, I don't, means not so good for white.
well, I think he still holds a small advantage here. What I mean is, see,
I think Vidit in pressure again. Once again, he's taking pressure because if you see, he had so much time in clock that position when we are planning about this position when we are thinking about the c5 move. Vidit have 15 minutes. Vidit thought more than 5 minutes and played bishop f4.
yeah, so let us see what happens here. After bishop 4, queen b6, king h2, bishop into f4, queen into f4, and now triple O. See, the point here, the main point here is that black is exposing himself to rook into d6, but then black will take queen into b2 if you take rook into d6 here, correct?
Yes, yes.
So here, it is important that Vidit does not take rook into d6. He plays something like rook d2 or bishop e2. So after rook d2, bishop c6, it is black who will have the upper hand slightly. Because, the knight on g3 is a monster in this position. And suddenly, if you see, all black's pieces have attained good places,
Yes, now because now
Rook d8, bishop d7, knight g3, queen b6. So I think it is black who is slightly better now.
okay, let's see what will happen here. Queen f4, long castle. Black is fully fine now. Only problem where black is time, but with it also thinking so much. So that is not going to be so much trouble soon. Let's see. here, and
You know,
again,
whenever there are any crucial games, okay, but Vidit has 7 minutes against Sumia's 4 minutes, Niklesh. That is basically a encouraging sign.
no,
You know,
but two moves back, this difference was so much more than even this difference was 11 minutes. Sumya was
correct.
4.5 and Vidit was 15.5. Then now current situation is only 2 minutes gap. It was so much gap, 11 minutes gap, and now it's 2 minute gap.
Well, I understand, but the point is still Vidit has much more than his opponent. That's
Yes,
what I
yes,
mean to
definitely.
say. And the position is not clearly minus or something. It's a game.
Yes,
The
yes.
only thing, generally when a position from a minus position to plus position, equal position, people go, they find it psychologically easier to play. So that way, black is having a better mindset in this position, maybe.
Now we can see is even
B3. So, in my opinion, black is slightly better here already. After B3, after let us say black plays a move like bishop C6.
Mhm.
And the pawn on F7 is always poisoned. If black plays bishop C6, queen into F7, rook H F8, black
Bishop
might get
C6
very
here. Okay, Bishop
bishop
C6.
C6, queen into F7.
Mm-hmm.
And now let us say rook H F8.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you take the second pawn, queen into E6 and king B8,
Mm-hmm.
psychologically black is much better because
Attack.
white
So much good at.
position looks very passive here. That's the point. So yeah, it is advantage black in this position, which is a little bit of concern for India.
Yes, and our Dhokebaz meter is also saying that -1 for white now, which was just opposite some time back.
Exactly. So in the last few moves, Vidit has tried to play more solid, but in that process, probably he has lost a lot of
We need
advantage.
Vidit 2.0 actually, but here again the old Vidit is there. But anyway, I think let's see.
Well, I think
Hope
Niklesh,
for
you are being very harsh on Vidit today. You shouldn't be so harsh on Vidit. It's basically a very, very tough tournament, very, very high pressure tournament. So
yes,
all
yes.
this are happens. See, one more thing. Vidit is a very experienced player who belongs to the world top 30. So the pressure moments are more to come. In those moments, definitely he'll be better than his opponent. So I wouldn't be so
He
harsh on
definitely
Vidit. There
he
is still a
proved.
very good chance that he will win this game.
No. I'm not. I understand that, and I'm saying that even with it scored so many amazing victories in last couple of months, like against Nepominsi, Abdul Sataro yesterday, Parham Maksudlu. Definitely, he did better in pressure, but I'm not talking about that thing. It's in the normal time control when enough time was there. Vidit missed some chances. I think Vidit played queen into f7 already.
Well, now what do you think? Vidit is now going for risk in this position.
Yes. But the good
Well,
thing
in
is
a
now
way it is
Sumya has
worrying,
less
but in a
time
way it is a good thing that he has material. So now it is up to black to find all correct moves, which is not
yes,
easy.
and 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly, in 2 minutes. So now let us see. This is real pressure. Let us see who will do well.
He played king b8.
Exactly. See, playing rook h f8, giving up the second pawn with a check, it's not everyone's cup of tea. So king b8 is a mistake in return. Now Vidit can just coolly come back queen f4, queen e3 and just
Yes.
try to defend the position with a pawn up.
No,
Practically, that's what everyone
yesterday
does.
someone asked one question about Vidit that do you think that Vidit deserve more things? So I didn't reply yesterday, and I say yes, Vidit. Today I want to reply. Yes, Vidit deserve actually more things, and the only thing sometimes happen with him. Sometimes he didn't perform well in pressure when he's about to win the tournament or about to finish the tournament or about to qualify something. So that is only little drawback. Apart from that, Vidit is amazing player and he did so many amazing victories. He win for India. So this is the test definitely. You have to prove, and that's why Vidit in pressure sometimes when he's about to finish something. And here, one more time, like Asian Games medal, somehow I think is still in his head. Otherwise, this position, the moves like c5, Vidit is easily someone who played like this.
I understand, but at the same time, what to say, there is something called risk threshold. In any game, how much risk you can take and get away with it, escape from it. Stronger players always gauge them very well. So I will still put my money on Vidit, and this is
Definitely
going to be
my
a
all money on Vidit only, and I thought he's going to win this match. I'm just thinking that how the game will proceed now. So Vidit is still thinking. At least Vidit should not go
very
in time
interesting
trouble.
things are happening in Arjun's game. Arjun has less than 1.5 minutes in his clock, and the position looks extremely complicated suddenly.
Wow. Or maybe rook is 7 or something.
My God, I really need
happening.
help in understanding what is going on.
My God.
White's pieces seem to be doing very well. There is a bishop on b7, there is a knight on c7 and all that. So what is happening here? Let's try to make sense.
Check the Vidit game again one more time. Vidit played queen f7, king b8, and he didn't play move till now. Okay. Okay, Vidit played queen f4 and opponent played e5. Can we exchange the queen now? Or no, it's not good. Oh, Vidit played queen d2. Okay. Chance to opponent till now. Okay, I don't know what meter is saying, but what white, where is the problem for white?
Well, black has compensation in light squares. You have a bishop on f1, which is not an active piece at all.
But if we go knight d5 in future, then?
Knight d5, that's what I was about to say. Knight d5, bishop d5, if you exchange of those pieces, black's pieces are much better than white's pieces in the long run. So definitely black has compensation for the pawn, but he doesn't have any active tactical ideas here. Now he is threatening rook f2.
F2 is coming, I think.
It is getting a little dangerous for Vidit. So after king b8.
The problem about this bishop also in future. Because rook f2 and another rook will come.
Queen d2, rook f.
Bishop d3. Okay. So now rook f2, queen e3 maybe.
Point.
Queen e3,
So
rook e3.
after that queen exchange, it is going to be an ending where black definitely has compensation for the pawn, but it's not clear whether black can do anything to win the game.
The only thing we need to avoid is this checkmate, and which is not possible. I think which is very clear that Vidit will manage to solve the problem. Rook f2. Now queen e3 looks like only move. Means to neutralize at least the queen attack.
Yeah, queen e3 is definitely the only move. So queen e3, queen into e3, rook into e3, followed by rook d f8. And black has very good compensation for the pawn. In fact, black will be slightly better because if you see white's game, white's position, there is almost no plan for white.
Yes.
There is almost nothing that white can pursue.
Now depend on black plans actually.
Yeah, so the only hope for us is that in the last minutes of play, if Vidit can cook up something. For example, he can go queen e3, rook e3, rook f8.
Event queen e3.
Yeah, capture on g3 and go for an ending with an exchange down where you have 2 pawns compensation. Something like that. We have to hope for only such things because already Vidit's position doesn't look very encouraging here.
Hey, rook e3. Okay, somehow I think I'm relieved for something that Vidit not in super danger to checkmate or something, so he's fine. So if he improves slowly and Sumya miss something in time pressure, Vidit is a pawn up ultimately.
So let us go for Arjun's game. Many things have suddenly happened there.
Okay.
So
Arjun
now
in a
the material
seconds.
is equal.
And look at this
And
pawn.
material, I mean, white is a pawn up. I'm sorry, material is not equal. White is a solid pawn up on d6 and that is well protected also. One encouraging thing for Arjun is that he is basically his king is active and all that. And very, very discouraging factor is he has less than 10 seconds in his clock.
Yes, yes, it's very less. I think why not we stuck in Vidit game because okay, here what happened? Rook e3, rook g8. Now he want to remove his knight and take the g2. Oh my god, this is a little difficult. What Vidit will play here? Okay, you can attack the rook, na? No?
Yeah, I was hoping that rook g8 is a little puzzling. I think this is the best chance to play rook f3 and exchange of one rook. When you're under so much pressure, it is better exchange pieces as much as possible. So rook f3 is the best move in this position.
But
I
in
think.
future, then that rook will come to g3. That will not be trouble. Make it trouble. No.
Well, it was going to come to g3 anyway. So say rook f3, gf3, rook f8, for example, king g2 and now knight h5.
Yes.
You can make the moves. Rook f3, gf3, rook f8.
King g1. He played king g1.
Okay, he did not go rook f3. So king g1, now black will go, I think, rook g f8 again. The move which he should have played a move earlier. Okay.
Okay, he went rook
Black's
b2.
advantage is not so overwhelming, but at the same time, white cannot win this position easy. So I think
Actually, somehow he's offering a draw. He's saying play rook b1, I will play rook d2, play rook d2. Something like that.
Exactly.
And okay, his threat is alive still. Draw is going to be little harm for Vidit. Because the chances of the silver and gold will be slip. If Arjun is losing, then only.
Okay, now Vidit has a straight path to equality with rook b1, rook d2, rook d1 draw. It's the safest way for both to exit the game with a draw.
He played rook f3.
Okay, he did
now
not.
Knight h5, rook f2. He want to exchange rook from f2, I think.
Or he wants to play for a win.
Yes, he will exchange from f2. I think he found a better move.
Actually, there's a nice tactic here. Black has rook into g2 shot. Oh, he didn't do that. He played knight h5. So knight h5, rook f2 is forced now. Rook f2, rook f2, king f2, knight f4, bishop f1. Okay, again, the position continues the same. Black has compensation for the pawn, but exchanging one pair of rooks was better for white because, pressure is less.
Yes, pressure will release. Now g2 shots will be released. Now you can play your bishop again to f1.
It's going to be difficult to commentate from now on because, both are less than half a minute on their clocks.
I think bishop f1 is almost forced, but rook g3 is coming. And maybe knight e2. Okay, I think black will recover one pawn, looks like, on e4. No?
Well, after rook g3,
knight e2
I can go knight e. Yeah, I can go knight e2. So knight e2, knight e2, king e2 is the point. If you take e4, I take d6, then you can take g2. It will ultimately go to an ending, which is rook and pawn advantage is equal.
Yes. Oh! He did play knight d5. Why?
He didn't want to play knight e2. He played knight d5.
But why?
This is a clearly worse position for white. After cd5, a5,
Why he
e.
allow this knight to be super powerful? Oh my
Now
god.
the point is,
I think pressure is working here. Is not the good decisions are coming right now, but let's see. Let's hope for the best. Means now Vidit has to defense all the time.
well, according to the
Even black will bring his king
cost,
easily now.
white has less than half a minute here, which is very concerning, of course.
Maybe he want to exchange from rook e3 or something, but he wants something like his plan is something rook e3, rook c2, king up and run away. Something do something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point of rook e1. But black need not exchange the rooks. Like black can just play king c7,
Yes, yes,
rook
yes.
e3, rook c2, king f3, and now rook c1 is a problem for white.
Just a minute, I want to check Arjun. What Arjun is doing is he still is fighting for a draw at
1 minute,
least.
Niklesh, I want to show you something very interesting. Go
Yes,
back
yes,
to
yes.
Vidit's game.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm here.
Here, don't do anything. Play king c7,
King c7,
rook e3,
rook c2,
rook c2 check, king f3, rook c1.
mm-hmm.
White has no other move to play king f2,
Yes,
king f2. Now play king b6 and bring the king in. See,
yes, yes.
black need not do anything. He just had to activate his king and he has a clear advantage. I think Vidit has a very difficult position. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go back to Arjun's game.
No, but here what his opponent did. Do you have live link yesterday still? What is happening? His opponent didn't played his move.
Yeah,
Why?
I have the live link.
No, that link which I sent you yesterday.
Yeah, I do have it. I do have the DGT link, of course. So let me check what is happening.
Oh, it's draw. It's draw.
Which game?
Vidit took a draw. But
Okay,
this is
that's
not a good result. It was a great chance.
Good result for Vidit because it was clearly minus for him, the final position. The king moving up.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to Arjun's game then.
Okay.
Both Arjun and his opponent, Abdul Sataro versus Arjun, both are having half a minute on their clock. So another high pressure game here.
So we are thinking about so many medals, but it looks like I'm so surprised the draw of Hampi Harika. Okay, so we can say clearly women chances, no one is going to win medal. This is clear from women's side. Means why they don't want to fight for win. Someone should win the game. Someone should go for a draw. Someone should fight it, win one game and get one medal for India. Okay, anyway. Here what is happening is knight d1 and Arjun Erigaisi is.
Well,
I think maybe Arjun will make a draw this position.
Fast.
Huh?
This game is progressing very fast.
Yes, yes.
Arjun's game. Because both have less than
but
half
one
a minute.
mistake, this match will be go because in the knight end game, 2 pawn down. Okay, 1 pawn is recovering as I can see. It's very tricky in this time control. Okay, he played a5, but knight b3 is almost forced, correct?
Yeah, so knight b3, a6. I think ultimately the game will end in a draw because I don't see any great advantage for white in this position.
No,
because
Arjun didn't take b3. Arjun today don't want to take anything.
What?
Arjun didn't take b3. I don't know why he want to take this pawn first.
I think, Niklesh, you are being very harsh on players today. Chess is a very difficult game and calculation when you are under half a minute, it's not everyone's cup of tea. So,
Okay.
c2.
But now this corner pawn will be dangerous, no?
Yeah, it is. Basically, this is not an easy position for both of them, but at the same time, let's see what happens.
Okay, here, if you go knight b3, no, this position first he played a5. If you go knight
draw,
b3,
basically black will go and attack the
knight c5 will come back. because knight will control now this pawn, and if he will move this, you will go king b7 ultimately and take this pawn, and still one pawn is alive to fight. Okay,
The current
so
position has moved away a lot actually. So here, yeah, black
now,
will go and ultimately just hit on the h3 pawn.
now
So it's a
Nodirbek is winning.
He's winning.
Yes, because this pawn, this king is stuck here only, na?
That is true. But if I go and attack the h3 pawn, let's say knight e4,
Right now.
yeah,
Okay.
can white win
h4.
this game? I don't know. Yeah, let us say knight f6 check,
Check. King
king
g5.
g5, knight g8, knight g8.
Knight g8.
Yeah. How is white going to win this position?
h5.
King a7.
King a7. Okay.
So now you have to go king f5.
So maybe I will go this side in one moment. King f5. Yes.
Yeah, that's what. King b6. Okay, I think black is losing. Yes.
King will come up, na?
Yeah, this is probably lost. Okay. So that's a bad day for both our contenders today, I think.
Okay, so here is looks like king b5. No, that position I'm not. Means I was thinking is what looks like knight b3 is more looks good because this pawn will alive.
Hey, hold on. Something very interesting is happening.
Where?
Just go back to the original live relay.
Okay, just one minute. I will go there.
Yeah. I think there is still a chances of a draw.
Okay, king h7. This has happened.
Yeah. So this is the position. So
What
the point is black plays king.
No, I just want to see what happened. He allowed to capture the knight.
So now black is going king b6, h5, king into a7, h6, knight d6. That's a draw. So let us say here a8 knight is this a draw? King f7 is a wonderful move. Now black has to correctly calculate. If knight d5, h5, knight f4, h6 is a win.
He need to
So
reach
I
here.
think the correct move is knight b5. Knight b5 is interesting here.
He need to reach here, correct? No.
Yeah, that is not happening. So knight b5 is the best route to go. The point of knight b5 is knight b5, h5, knight d6 check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now king moves. King g6 is the right move. Again, it's a loss because I cannot reach f8 or f4. Yeah, it looks to me that it is a loss, but what is happening?
Even draw was a good chance. Now the point is, can we check the what
Draw.
happened to this Wei E game? Okay, Wei E wins now here. So if Wei E will win this match, Wei E already played against Nodirbek, na? Nodirbek beat him, I think. No, what happened? I don't remember exactly.
I too don't remember. But either way, I mean, Wei wins, he's already how many points ahead?
Okay, the women's section, Ju Jenner already win and sees the gold medal now. He will have gold medal, confirm. Because no one, I think, I'm going to reach her. No?
Yeah, she's 1.5 points ahead. And I think here also, Abdul Sattarov is winning against Arjun Erigaisi, is he? H6, knight c4. Yeah, that's a win.
Oh,
So
let's
it
see.
looks like this round was the end of India's medal hopes.
So there is only one hope. Vidit can get bronze if he win the last round. Maybe.
Let
Not
us
sure.
see the pairings. Let us see how the.
I will say check the standing and then we will
and
realize.
then only we can, yeah.
1 minute, let me refresh because here, women's section. Jojiner in the. Okay, no. In here. Okay, no, Jojiner is only half point ahead. Umida win the game. Against whom?
Okay. I thought you said Jujiner won the game.
No, she won the game.
Uh-huh.
And
Then
Umida beat Abdul Malik Jansaya.
Shansai Abdul Malik. Okay, so the next round will be between these two ladies.
Yes.
Zhu
Another game
Jiner
similar
versus
draw.
Nova.
And where is Hu Ifan? She drew also. Okay, so this is the position. Okay, India chances
Okay.
are over. This is confirmed. So we don't need to
Yeah.
see that
Indian
game.
chances for in the women's section for a medal are over after the game between Hampi and Harika ended in a draw today. So which means the only hope for India for a medal is in the men's section.
Yes.
Vidit still has a healthy chance of a medal.
Yes. Because the point is Vidit is better in tie breaks. So
I
the
don't know the
last
tiebreak. Okay, the game between Abdusattarao and Arjun has ended, and Abdusattarao has already won the game. So now I think the final point table is up at chess.com. Niklesh, can you upload it, please?
No, I already did it. I already showing here. No?
Okay, it's not visible. So okay, I'm not able to make it out.
I will make it
So
big.
Vijay is on six. Vijay is on lead with 6.5 points out of 8 rounds.
Yes.
So he has a half point lead over Abdusattarao, who is on 6 points. And Vidit Gujrathi, Sumia Bilgun, Grandmaster from Indonesia, and Jawahir Sindaro, young talent from Uzbekistan, Grandmaster again. All three of them, Vidit Gujrathi, Bilgun, and Sindaro, all three of them are on 5.5 points. So these 5 players, Vei, Abdusataro, Vidit, Bilgun, and Sindaro have the best chances of a medal. Beyond 5.5 points, there are two players on 5 points. They are Lee Tuan of Vietnam and Paulo Bersamina of Philippines. Both are on 5 points. So this is the point position.
I think
Arjun has chances
I
of a medal.
yes.
Now on 4.5 points.
I think the chances is up to only these 5 till 5.5 people. So Wei is 6.5, Abdusattarov 6, Vidit 5.5, Tumia 5.5, Jovokur Sindarov, and maybe in the last round Vidit has to face Sindarov.
Well, let us look forward for that. So the last round is going to be very interesting, and it is going to start at 2:30 p.m. I suppose.
Yes, 2:30.
So shall we take?
The chances of medals is still only one person right now is Vidit Gujrathi. If he can win the game, I think he can still win the medal if he win the game. So let's see what will happen. So final round will start in something half an hour after.
Starts at 2:30 p.m. Indian time, correct?
Yes. 2:30 Indian time. So Saravanan ji, you want to give?
Of course, let's do it. So I have a very interesting position today from one of Bobby Fischer's games. So chat, once again, we are going to give the position because the pairings will be out only after 15-20 minutes. They are not readily available
and
because it has to come from the Asian Games. So meanwhile, we'll entertain you with a position. That's what we do on a daily basis.
Okay, and one more thing we are saying is we need lot of wishes for Vidit Gujrathi for the last round. It's okay, whatever happened, but still only Vidit can win the medal, and he's in the position. Yesterday he beat Farham Maksudlu, even Abdusattarov, amazingly. So let's send a good wishes for Vidit. So at least Vidit will win the last round and win the one medal for India at least. So good luck for Vidit. And let me check one more thing I was checking here. Abdusattarov, Nath Jumaviev, Abdusattarov Tabatabai in the row. Okay, Abdusattarov already beat Wei E. So Wei E and Abdusattarov cannot play each other. This is confirmed for me. Okay, so they need opponents. So Wei already faced even Vidit, and I think even he played against Sumia. Yes, so he's not going Sumia. Sindarov, he play against Wei. Yes, he already played against. So whom he is going to get in the last round? Wei.
See, that's a funny thing with Swiss tournaments in the last round where the number of participants is not very high.
He already.
Finding opponents will become a major issue. I just passed on a JPEG to you.
No, I'm just saying that maybe he's going to face someone like Arjun Erigaisi. No, in the 5 point someone is there. Barasimina or Granmin, maybe someone will play. Yes, I think they didn't play.
Alas, I've always maintained I don't have an interest of becoming an arbiter, so I'll wait for the pairings.
So, but yeah, I think yes, at least one opponent. Oh, no. So then who? Even he already played against him. No, I'm just looking for one interesting thing.
What is that?
If he is able to play against Arjun, that is the thing.
You mean Wei?
Wei, yes, because he already played top 7 player. I'm looking number 8 only. And
So Wei can help. Sorry, Arjun can help Vidit to get a medal.
no, but India is not in favor. Yes, I think the last round opponent will be Paulo Barsamina for Wei, because he is in 6.5 and he needs someone from down and he need best, and he already plays top 7 player. This is really amazing for Wei. He already played who is in the ranking top 7. He played against each other. Each one.
I've given you a position, Niklesh,
Okay, yeah.
in chat.
And there is a high chances, I'm telling you, maybe Vidit is going to face Arjun Erigaisi.
That's really bad news.
Okay, so one position is coming from Saravanan ji, and I'm going to put that position. All of you.
So chat, once again, the rules are simple. Please don't go and search for this game anywhere in any databases. Please don't use any engines. Use only your brains, use only your logical reasoning. And once again, this is not a tactical position where you are looking for a tactical solution. That is, nothing is happening immediately. So this is a little more tactical compared to the last 2 days positions, because there is some tactics involved, but there is no immediate tactics. There is no immediate SWAT fight involved here. So white is Bobby Fischer. What Bobby Fischer played in this position is one of the most remarkable moves of his entire career. Okay. So guys in chat, please forget about the Asian as of now. Come back here. Look at the position on the board. So white to play, look for a unusual move by white. Look for what Bobby Fischer thought here, which is a entirely shocking line of reasoning. Okay, white to play. What is the best move here? We are going to take a break now, and Niklesh will be back around 2:15 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
Yes. And before go,
So
I want to
what-
announce one more thing is on the 30th Saturday in Indore Citadel Mall, ChessBase India is doing Blitz tournament, and the prize money is 20,000 rupees. So if you still want to participate, you can find in our article in ChessBase India website and even in YouTube section. You can find the link to register still, and you can take participate. I request, if any moderators are there, I request them to put the link for the article, so anyone who want to participate in that tournament, you can still participate. Okay, so we'll come back in something 15 minutes or something, and we will continuously, and we will root for Vidit. I think still I believe Vidit can win one medal for India. See you soon, everyone. Thank you, Saravanan. See you soon. Hello, 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 everyone. And final round is about to start. And as I predicted, Vidit Gujrathi is going to face against Sindarov in the next round, final round. And Vidit has to win the match for the medal. Because as you see the standing, I will make him this standing more, I think. I can take this out like this. So this is the standing right now. If you see it properly, Vidit in 5.5 and so Sindarov. So this is very clear. If Vidit will win this match, and Sumia is going to play against Wei E, and looks like Vidit in better in tie break. I also check. I will show you the official list also. Taranji, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, of course, I'm here. So good afternoon once again. So very crucial game left. Yeah, with Niklesh, you're going to tell about the point position.
Yeah, I'm going to tell also the pairing to them. Just give me a minute. And I received the officially standing everything, so you will able to see everything there. Meanwhile, you can share the PGN for the question you give.
Yes, coming your way. So with only one game left, India doesn't have any chances in the women's section for any medal. So we'll be focusing only on the men's
Even
section.
women's section, I want to show you one very funny thing. I will show you.
So what I was about to say was basically Vidit Gujrathi has a better chance compared to Arjun.
I think
So,
only chance. Only chance.
So we'll be focusing on Vidit's game extensively for the last round.
Yes. Okay, now I'll show you one by one something. Okay, first we will show the answer. What is the answer? Or you can tell the just answer today, or we are going to discuss.
Yeah, let us just discuss 2 minutes. We've got anyway 10 minutes for the game to start.
Yes.
So, yeah.
1 minute, I'm going to put it.
Yeah.
I didn't receive. You have to send me again.
Oh, okay. Just give me a minute. Here you go. So, as I was telling, this is basically a game between Bobby Fischer and Bobby Fischer's opponent name is Schweber. Yeah, Niklesh, I just sent you the PGN.
Okay, just. PGN.
Yeah, sure. So white to play in this position. So viewers, what has been your answer so far? Let's have a look.
What is the move number? Move number?
The answer once again. The move number is 17th move, black plate triple O. So 17th, at the end of the 17th move, you have to keep.
Okay, 7 long castle and then yes.
Yeah, now white has to play in this position. Okay. So this is the move. So viewers, what has been your answer? So queen f3 or queen f4 is an answer. I saw many people answering with bishop a6. Well, as I said, this is not a tactical question. Bishop a6, black will just capture b6, and white does not really have any compensation in that position after ba, because black can always go knight b8 and defend the pawn on a6 for something like queen d3. Yeah. See here, the crux of the position is this. Any position, if white plays rook f3 to attack the pawn on f7, black is going to play f5. In fact, this is what black is threatening in this position. He is going to play f5 anyway. Say, for example, rook f3, f5, if ef6 here, and en passant. So for ef6, black will play e5 followed by e4, because there's a attack on the queen here. And black wins a piece after e4. So, and if for f5, for rook f3, f5, let's go back one more. If white captures queen into g6, this is basically where black gets his counterplay with rook d g8. And now for queen h5, we can play a move like knight into d4 here with counterplay. So this is where the genius of Bobby Fischer came up with a mind-boggling move. So viewers, any answers so far yet? We'll just check for one last time.
So many people were saying rook g3.
So rook g3. The legend says rook g3. RJ Men says queen f3 or queen f4. Okay. Rook g3 is indeed the move. The legend, if you really found it by yourself, that's a fantastic achievement, because it's one of the very tough questions. Bobby Fischer's logic here is that for f5, he is going to play queen into g6, and there is no rook g8 possible. This is the point behind Fischer's move. And if in this position, let us say, if white plays knight into d4, then black plays bishop into h6. After which, very strange, white is actually castled on the king side, but he is actually opening up his king side. But the power of his rook on g3 and queen on g6 is so much that black cannot almost make any attack on the king side. White will just push his hedge pawn here. This is the point. So rook g3 is a fantastic move. I'll just show the game for what happened actually in the game. For rook g3, black played king b8.
1 minute.
So black played king b8. Now white played rook f3, because now there is a hidden point. After rook f3, f5, this is what happened in the game. Rook f3, f5, ef6, e5. Now the point that Fischer wanted to make was queen g3. And now e4 is met with bishop f4, pinning the queen. So black played knight d4. Rook e3, e4, and now came Bobby Fischer's next brilliant move, rook into e4. This is how the game ended. The point of Fischer's move is that for queen into g3, black has rook into d4. And the next move is bishop f4, and he's going to get the queen back anyway. A very indigenous way to play chess. Yeah, brilliant game. This is Bobby Fischer versus Schweber. We hope you enjoyed that question. Now let's
We need something like that now to win the medal. Okay. Anyway, so let me share the pairing with you, boys.
So once again, to remind our viewers, Wei is leading the group with 6.5 points from 8 games. Behind him are Abdul Sattarov is with 6 points, and then Vidit Gujrathi, Bilgun, and Sindaro, all of them with 5.5 points. So this is basically going to be the
And
placings.
I'm going
in
to
the
show you
last
the
round,
official standing proper with what to say.
yeah, as you're saying it, I thought I'll say the pairing. So the last round pairing is Bilgun is playing
I'm
Wei.
showing
Bilgun is
Saravanan,
white.
I'm showing here.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so this is the pairing for the man in the last round. If I open up everything, make it big. So if I even the top, this is enough, I think, till 4.5 point. If we saw here, this is the pairing right now. So Sumia is going to play Wei E. Min is playing Abdul Sattarov, and Sindarov is playing Vidit Gujrathi. So here is very clear that I think only winning is the medal. You have to beat Sindarov. Vidit has to beat Sindarov to get the medal. Color is going to be decided on others games, but minimum bronze will be fixed if Vidit will win this game. Man's statistics, I think, is not so complicated. Because in tie break also, I will show you the tie break also. This is very important, the tie breaks actually. Because in tie break, if you see, you will able to see the standing here. Look at this standing in tie break. Oh, this was the women's, sorry. The women's tie break actually. 7. Look at this very funny situation. Humpy is still on number 5. If Humpy won that match, she could be have, I think, number 3 or something. Yes, 5.5 points. So in women's section, I will show you something very interesting also. This is the man's standing. Wei E. This is the first tie break, Saravanan ji. Wei E average is 2532 rating average. Abdul Sattarov is 2609 and Sindaro average is 2601. So in that term, Vidit average is 2553. So in average, actually, after this round, only Sindaro average will improve. So draw is not going to work. And if you see here, Sumia average is 2513. So if Vidit win this match, no matter what, he even Sumia beat the Wei, Vidit will have medal. And the funny thing is, if Wei lost the last round, so many things are there. Even Wei average is not so good as Vidit. So average is going to play a very, very important role.
So by average, I take it that you mean the average rating of the opponents for a player.
Yes.
Yes. So that is the average rating of the opponents, which is going to be the first tie break. So basically, we will leave that to fate, as they say in the last round. Come what may, Vidit has to beat Sindaro with black pieces. One crucial detail in the last round is that both Wei and Abdul Sattarov are both having black pieces, and so is Vidit against Joker Sindaro. So the medal contenders, the favorites, rating favorites, all of them are playing black pieces in the last.
I want to show you a very funny thing also, one more thing. Look at this pairing of women. Okay, we are saying, okay, Hampi, Harika don't have any chance. Okay, but if we make the results according to us, then what can happen, I will just show you. For example, if Harika beat, 2 players are already ahead of them, 6.5, Umida and 7 point. They already win the medal, I guess. Umida and Jojiner, almost better, because Umida average is also very good. So here, if for example, all 5 points people will win, there is a chance of bronze.
Yeah. So basically, India has a very outside chance of a medal in the women's section. I mean, we can The individuals have to win their game, but still many things have to go in the way of India, the
That
other
is
results.
almost
Whereas in men's section, in the open section, if Vidit Gujrathi wins the game, he gets a medal. Straightforward, fair and simple.
okay. So now here I will set the board and everything because I think match already started. Just 1 minute.
Let's go.
Yes, this is the Harika game you are watching with Joe Junior. But anyway, I'm going to put the man's game first. 1 minute. And we will focus in this match more and more because currently Vidit match is the only match where we can confirmly say that if Vidit win the match, then India will have one medal. We do something here.
And the games have started, and crucial game, Sindarao does not want to have an open fight. So he rather prefers some kind of shadow boxing by playing the C3 Sicilian, the Alafin variation of the Sicilian with white piece. Sorry. So it is a C3 Sicilian, E4, C5, N3, E6, C3. So Vidit is taking his time thinking. No doubt he is thinking which is the variation which will allow him to give the maximum counterplay in the Alafin Sicilian, but at the same time, he will not play too rash. He will not play too much, exposing his position because he is black after all. So that is the reason why Vidit is taking his time. I would say this is a clever opening choice by Sindarao Niklesh.
E4, C5, knight F3, E6, C3. Yes. So, okay, now E5, main line, knight D5. Good thing.
So this transposes into C3, knight F6 variation of the Alafin.
I'm saying the good thing is that Vidit beat, I think, Abdul Sattarov from black pieces only yesterday. So that confidence will be there. A3 played by white. And
There's
everything
even more shadow boxing. White doesn't want to play the main line with D4. A3. This is a typical ploy in the game of chess itself. Instead of doing what you want to do, give the move to black, give the move to the opponent and ask, what do you want to do?
And Sindarao know that if this match ended in a draw, he will have better chances than Vidit to win the medal.
So in such a crucial game, Sindarao is playing such an offbeat opening. This is another thing in modern chess. There are no good openings, bad openings. There is only good preparation and bad preparation. So a very, very typical ploy by white is telling that I may play B4, I may play D4. So what will you play with black pieces? A very clever opening. As you can see, it has already cost Vidit about 4 minutes on the clock and almost 5 minutes on the clock.
Let's see.
So there is a question from viewers. We have seen players playing Alafin and delayed Alafin when needed a draw. Magnus against Prague and all that. What do you say about this trend? Well, this has been possible in chess for the last 50 years. When you do not want to open up the position, when a draw is fine for you, why go into open Sicilian at all? See, at the same time, Vishy Anand in the crucial 11th game of the World Championship match against Kramnik, he was ready to go for an open Sicilian because he thought playing the open Sicilian is a better way to play for a draw. So it all depends on the player's style. But C3 Sicilian is a very, very safe option because it is very difficult for black in any variation of the Sicilian to create active counterplay from the beginning. If you try to play for active counterplay, you will expose your position and it is black who will end up in a bad position. So very clever ploy actually.
And now, what happened is he finally played d4, cd4, and now he played c4.
Right. So
Somehow he want you
this
to
is,
exchange in the center.
this is basically one more ploy to make sure that you enter into a position where Vidit has not prepared at all. So this is very interesting. The game probably is already into a original position. That is what Sindaro wanted, in my opinion.
Praful Sahu, what we need right now is we need support. We need good wishes. What happened, what is not happened, that is the player will analyze after overall. But right now, what we need so much good wishes and support for Indian team, especially with it right now in this game. And remember, with it already beat two very, very strong player in this tournament, so he can beat Sindarov. Sorry, he's better in knowledge and experience. So in nerves, even we saw yesterday Sindarov missed one winning chances against Arjun, and he take a draw. So somewhere in the nerves, Sindarov is not too strong compared to his other teammates.
And apart from support for players, we need support for this broadcast also. So please like us, share us, tweet about us. ChessBase India has been extremely active in promoting chess in India and single-handedly made a revolution in the popularity of chess in the country. So thank you everyone for being present here at the live broadcast. We appreciate it. Please join us in discussing more about the game in a positive way, as Niklesh Bhai was telling, in a positive way, so that let's enjoy our chess much more than anything.
So knight c7, Vidit went knight c7. Usually people prefer knight b6. So Saravanan, what is the idea behind knight c7 exactly?
Well, if I'm expecting white to capture ed6 first here. So a position after ed6, bishop d6, when later on white plays b4, c5 will be a threat for the fourth. So it is kind of eliminating that fourth threat. So that is why knight c7 instead of knight b6.
It already took 7 minutes compared to Sindarov.
Yeah, this is very worrying. Crucial games are always won by playing them fast. This is one of the main rules of playing crucial games, especially last round games. With it taking 7 minutes on the clock is mainly because of Sindarov's very unnatural opening choice. Definitely a preparation. It has had its effect already. So, Niklesh, basically, now it is Sindarov who is thinking. Obviously, he is looking at queen d4, knight c6, winning the pawn on e5. Not winning the pawn, attacking the pawn on e5. Whether to do that or to play ed6, bishop d6, and then knight d4 quietly. Very crucial decision. The fact that Sindarov is thinking means that Vidit managed to pull him out of his preparation, and that's a very good sign.
I think this knight c7 somehow Vidit changed intentionally.
Obviously, I think the more natural move would have been knight b6, and that is what probably white would have analyzed before the game. So I think knight c7 was nice. Okay, the position will always be slightly better for white. So we shouldn't bother very much about the engine's choices here. All said and done, yes, Vidit has managed to do well in difficult opening choice by white, take him into surprise. But at the same time, the time he has consumed is the problem here. I wish he had not consumed so much time to take these decisions.
Let's see what white is going to decide. Knight d4, queen d4, ed6. Let's see. So this is the
So
very, very important round for India. If any medal chances only depend on this win. So
the
it's
best
like
move
very
here
simple. It's
is
like a quarter-final match. Cause you can say like if you win, you will have medal. Simple. Take us a knockout.
so the best move for white is queen d4 in this position. And the point of queen d4 is if knight c6, white will go queen c3. So after queen c3, d5, knight e5, white has a slight advantage because it is not easy to develop the bishop on
He
f5.
played queen d4. So now knight c6,
Yeah.
queen f4, I think.
Queen c3,
Okay.
yeah, or queen f4, either of that.
Hmm.
So the point for white is that it's not easy for black to develop his
Develop the
pieces.
pieces.
Yeah. So we were to continue watching both the players' time. Now Vidit has brought the difference back to about 4 minutes.
Yes.
That's a little bit of a good news for Vidit.
Let's see what will happen.
You know, these kind of positions in C3 Sicilian, black doesn't have any weaknesses as such, but he will always suffer when it comes to development. And white will have a free-flowing movement of his pieces. Almost all his pieces can develop very easily, very harmoniously. So the question in the early chat, what was asked about what is the point in playing C3 Sicilian when you don't want your opponent to win and a draw is fine with you. Once again, the nature of the position. As you can see, it is a risk-free way of playing the game where you still hold a slight advantage. That is why when you don't mind a draw, this is what players do with white pieces.
Someone saying in chat that draw will also give the medal. No, no, this is very clear. Draw is not going to give medal.
Vidit needs to win his game
Yes.
for a podium finish, definitely. So Vidit has to win this game. So this opening choice by Sundarov is very clever that way, making it difficult for Vidit to play a straightforward game. He will always be slightly worse in a regular opening without any complications. So Sundarov has actually chosen the position very well today for the last game. So chat, instead of talking about what could have happened and what our players have done, etc., we'll be very happy to engage with you about the position on the board right now, about any question to do with the position, the variation and all that. So let's concentrate on that. So what do you guys think about Sundarav's opening choice? Because remember, Sundarov also needs a win in this at this juncture for a medal. So considering that, why is he playing C3 Sicilian is also extremely interesting. Reverse psychology it is.
There are some people in the chat. I just want to say that remember one thing. The players are there because they deserve. They qualify. They didn't want to play that tournament because someone sent them. So they qualify for the tournament. So they automatically deserve. One day when someone else will deserve, so he will reach. So don't say something like that, that why they didn't send someone else or something like that, because they qualify by their rating. So one day someone will cross them in rating, he will go or she will go. So they are our best player, and whatever they can do, they are trying their best. So we can criticize on moves. Definitely, we can say, okay, this move could be better, these things could be better. But you cannot criticize on players' intention or their capabilities. That is not correct. If you don't respect your champions, then forget about the medals.
By the way, Vidit Gujrathi, he may be elder than some of the participants in our team, Indian team. But remember, Vidit Gujrathi managed to defeat Magnus Carlsen in a couple of games, I think, in SEC, the Speed Chess Championship, which was played about 2 weeks ago. So Vidit Gujrathi is also one of our top players when it comes to speed chess. And basically, speed chess is of such a nature that, as I was telling in the morning, always results will never be on the guaranteed line if you go by seedings. Because as speed increases in any kind of a sport, the what can you say? The chances for younger players, lower rated players also increases dramatically. That is the beauty of speeches itself. So let us see how this game goes, and let us see how he handles his position. Already Vidit has taken a lot of time, and now he is actually 9 minutes again below on the clock. So this is again worrying. Why Vidit is taking so much time? You know, one of Vishy Anand's very, very famous principles in playing chess is that it's not important to be correct all the time. It's important to be practical over the board. So clock is a very big factor in any practical game. So it's a little worrying that Vidit is taking so much time in this crucial game.
So he's exchange on e5 now.
Yeah. So d cross e5, knight cross e5 has been played. So let us try to analyze this position a little. Basically, Black has to play a little bit risky here to equalize. It is not a regular equalizing position. See, for example, knight into e5, queen into e5, and it is very difficult to carry on with any plan here. And in any endgame, White has 3 pawns on the queen side versus 2 pawns of Black on the queen side. So White has a natural advantage in endgame. So that is the second principle. Come what may, Black should not aim for an endgame. So here, the best equalizing move is knight d4. I don't know if it is even possible to spot such a move in speed chess. And the point of knight d4 is that Black is threatening bishop d6 next move after knight d4. Very tricky.
Saravanan,
Yeah.
Can you confirm that in theory point of view, where is this position? Is out of the theory already or is still in theory?
I can check that.
Yeah.
So this fifth move, a3, played by Sindaro, it is not an unknown move. It has already been played before. This is the first thing that we are noticing here. Okay. And it has not been played by any top grandmasters. It has been played by Salgado Lopez 2620 against Peter Hein Nielsen. So a3 is not unusual. This is the first thing. After a3, d6, d4, whatever we are witnessing, till c4, it has all been played before. c4 also has been played. Okay, knight c7. All this has been played before. There is nothing new under the sun, as they say. The first new move of the game was queen into d4.
And
so the position after knight c7,
okay,
if you can go back a little.
Yeah,
in this position, queen d4 was the first new move of the game. Earlier, ed6 has been played, but not in a game between two strong players. So queen d4 was the new move of the game. So after queen d4, knight c6, we have a fresh position on the board.
Okay,
so we can say that this is all due to opening preparation by both the players. Yes.
Okay, there is one more thing to update everyone. Tomorrow is the rest day, and day after tomorrow, the main event will start, the team championship, where definitely the Indian team will have very good chance, because then Vidit and Arjun joined by Gukesh, Pragyananda, and Hari Krishna. And as I can see, every day is only one round. It looks like it's a classical chess.
Yes, it is going to be classical chess, a regular time control. I can check what the time control is going to be. So basically, it will be a different format of chess with a long game basically every day.
And that will create good chances for India, for team championship particularly.
Yeah, Indian team is very strong. Chinese are without Ding Liren, which is a little bit of a puzzle, as I can say. So yeah, basically the classical is going to be a completely different ball game, and it is what to say. Probably India has better chances of a medal in classical chess. Well,
See.
to be honest, even on the speeches, also India always had good prospects because Arjun is also a very good speeches specialist. It is just that things didn't go our way in certain games. That's all. So
Okay, now what is happening here is queen into e5. Vidit played f6 because Vidit has to develop his bishop. And Sindaro says, I'm not going to allow you. So Sindaro is continuously pressing with his queen the g7 point, so you cannot develop this bishop. So Vidit main problem is the development right now. After you can think other thing, right now is the problem is the development.
see, this position is a little bit worrying for black because developing the king side is a major problem here, whereas white can develop very easily with bishop e2 and castle. Objectively speaking, white is slightly better. But at the same time, let us say normal moves like e5, knight c3 are played in this position, let us say. After a move like knight c3, bishop e6, bishop e2, black can try to plan to castle on the queen side. Yeah, so long side castling with bishop e6, queen d7, triplo. Objectively, even though white's position is better, there is still a game because it's going to be extremely complicated.
But the point is, one more time, Sindarov showed his preparation is really, really top class. Yesterday, he put Arjun in trouble with his only preparation, and now once again to Vidit.
Very clever bit of preparation by the young grandmaster from Uzbekistan to once again create an original position, and there he is better also, and he has got a lot of time advantage. He has 10 minutes more than Vidit on the clock. This is really, really worrying. In a speeches game of 25 minutes, Vidit has only 10 minutes left, and Sindarov has 20 minutes left. Positionally also is better. Things are not looking good for Vidit at this moment.
Anyway, good thing is now, if you see the chat and something, you can also realize one more thing, Saravanan. Chess is grown a lot. Earlier, nobody is there to comment on chess players. Now, so many people are there, and they have so many comments. They have so many favorite players. They have so many choices, and overall, this is good for chess.
So Niklesh Bhai is telling that the comments may be a little harsh, but there are comments, so that's good news. Chess is getting popular.
Because I saw, if you see how cricket grow, Saravanan, I saw people blaming Sachin Tendulkar, Ganguly, Dravid, and they are respecting them also, but I saw them to very harsh comment on them. Why? Because they love them. So these things somehow help any game to grow.
Passion from the fans is always the main commodity of how the game can grow.
I'm little worried about right now for this b5 and d5 square. Vidit played the knight on e6, but the same time Vidit leave these two squares. I'm little worried because still piece is not on the there, and look at the white. Almost all the pieces on the board.
Vidit is playing creatively. He's playing knight e6 for knight c3. I think he wants to occupy the d5 square in quick time. So white is playing bishop e3. Now white's advantage is growing enormously in this position already.
Because the reason is, anyway our pieces are not in problem in development, and in the same time, if we are playing same pieces again, any pieces twice, that is going to be in trouble.
No, the reason for knight e6 was to support the g7 point, so that the bishop on e7 can move and
come
white
out.
can
Yes, definitely.
castle. That was the point of knight e6. But whether it was worth playing the same piece again to do that, see, if you look at the knight on e6, it has had a long day. From g8, it came to f6, to d5, to c7, to e6 in the opening. So out of 14 in the opening, the knight has played 4 moves.
But for example, if we play bishop e7 here, white will come to rook d1. And where we are going to put our queen?
Okay, here I want to show something very interesting for the viewers.
Mhm.
See, any position to see how good any side's development advantage is right now. Forget the moves of the past, okay? So look at what is on the board here. Count the number of moves made by black. For example, the knight on e6, the shortest cut is knight b8 going to c6 to d4 to e6. So 1, 2, 3. Black has played the knight to e6 with 3 moves. f6 is the 4th move. Bishop e7 is the 5th move. e5 is the 6th move. So if you count only the tempi, the number of tempi, it is 6 moves made by black. Okay. Comparatively, look at white moves. a3 1, c4 2, knight c3 4, rook d1 5, bishop e3 6, queen f3, queen g3 7, 8. So white has made 8 tempi here against black 6 tempi. So white has gone ahead by tempi in this position. This is the way that we calculate development advantage in chess. Very interesting.
Right now, the bar.
And by the way, before I forget, I will tell that this way of counting tempi was founded by Aaron Nimzowitsch in 1960s, 1950s. So very, very old concept in chess. This is. Sorry,
Okay.
Niklesh. Carry on.
Anyway, so many things is not going well for India, but looks like Harika is going to beat Juj in here at least.
Shall we have a look at it then? Let's have a break
Yes,
from Vidit.
yes. Look at here.
Vidit is tired of us. We are tired of Vidit. Just kidding.
Look at here. Harika is the exchange up, and not only exchange up, position is also looks good.
Yeah. Grandmaster Harika is beating Jujiner. Remember your prediction? All 5 pointers win. What is going to happen? It
Okay.
might happen, Niklesh.
Okay, let's check what happened board number 2. Here, this black should win here, and black is most experienced. Let's see. Okay, here. No, here Hui Fan is not going to leave anyone. So if Hui Fan win, all medal chances is over. And Humpy is against Bibi Sara here. Anyway, same team is going to play for. This team is going to play for classical also. In classical, 100% India will have much more better chances, and will have more youngsters will join the team. Okay, here. What I'm worried is I'm thinking in this round at least no Indian should last, so their confidence should be there for team championship. For example, here Arjun game is also I'm saying Arjun is also fine or little trouble. Means
Arjun
no,
is playing
winning.
against.
Arjun is winning. So why this meter is showing me wrong? Arjun is winning.
Which meter?
This meter.
You mean our own meter? Okay.
Yes. I don't know what
Arjun is
happened to that
clearly
meter.
better in this position. Arjun is playing an old friend of India, GM Enamal Hussain from Bangladesh. A very nice guy, a very nice human being, has very strong ideas about chess and life. A very good friend of many Indian chess players. Enamal Hussain is a guy who has traveled to India a lot and liked in India a lot, by the way.
I played against him, I think, in 2010 in Delhi Open. I lost. I remember I played.
You know, the first time I played Enamal Hussain was in 1993. Can you believe this? 30 years ago.
1993.
Exactly.
I was 8-year-old
long,
and
long
I have
time
no
ago.
idea about chess.
Exactly. So Enamal Hussain is a very nice guy from Bangladesh. Very, very pleasant personality. Okay, so let us go back to Vidit, if you don't mind. Our man who has the only chance of a medal.
Our man in trouble, but let's see what will happen. He's 10 minutes behind. He's behind in the position. But if anyone can win this match for India, he's Vidit only. So we have to be send a lot of good wishes to Vidit to do something extraordinary. Maybe Sindaro will do some blunder in pressure. But there is a lot of point. I'm worried is still for this squares, because where we are going to put our queen. Because the point, if we do castle right now, no, he's played what he played. Okay, Vidit played bishop d7. Bishop d3.
So this current position bishop e3, bishop e7, rook d1, bishop d7, and bishop d3. White has very, very harmoniously placed pieces here, no doubt about it. One worrying thing for Vidit is that black is almost without any counterplay here. Let us say if black continues castles as he has done, white has continued castles. Now there are no weaknesses at all to attack in white's position. The only counterplay that black can count on is the square on d4. So Vidit has to find a way to land a knight on d4. Maybe tries to exchange the bishop with bishop c5, dark square bishop or something. So this is the only way of counterplay that black can count in this position.
And the point is, Vidit cannot think here so much. He need to play fast.
Also. Yeah, exactly.
And
so let's say he plays a move like queen e8 here, so that the bishop is freed from pressure of the queen is freed from the pressure of the rook on d1's x-ray attack in the d5. So after a move like queen e8 and rook f e1, rook d8, oh, the a7 pawn is hanging. So
I think we need some.
Black has to play a move like a6 before playing rook d8 here.
I'm saying we need some bad exchange, wrong exchange from side of Sindarov.
So Niklesh, well, we cannot make our own player win. Let us wish that the opponent players won't do well. Yeah?
Yes,
that's logic.
Let Sindarov emotions make some blunders. Otherwise, this position is very, very difficult to face in 10 minutes less time.
I really like this. Everything is fair in love and war. That's what Niklesh Bhai says. Fantastic.
Okay. Look at here.
So rook f. What happened there? Queen
the
e8.
Next thought is queen h3 is the threat.
No? Bishop f5. Okay. For queen e8, white went bishop f5. Bishop f5, white is threatening rook into d7 already. So rook into d7, queen h3, and white is almost winning already. This is very worrying. In 18 moves, if you can make such a strong threat to win the game already, that means black is in real trouble in this position. Real trouble already. So bishop f3 now, to survive the game, Vidit has to find a very unnatural move, bishop c8. Bishop c8 is almost the only move in this position to survive in the game. This is really bad news, guys. Now, in spite of being objective, it's extremely difficult to find how black is going to survive this position, honestly speaking.
बड़ी मुश्किल से तो पीस निकले हैं बाहर. Now you have to take back inside again. Okay, it's okay, but you have to say that Sindarov played amazing game till now.
So we are asked in chat what happens to bishop c8, queen h3. Then you have knight g5, escaping away. Once again, that is also not a very great position as such. After knight g5, bishop to g5, bishop f5, queen f5, fg5, white will win a pawn on e5. But it looks like all this is forced already. Already black is forced to give up a pawn in this position, which means black's position is really bad already. That's really bad news for India and Indian medal prospects at this point.
Anyway, the other thing is that this is the Asian game. Chess is not the only game. So India is winning medal in different sports till now.
Well, I would put it this way. You know, sport is nothing but glorious uncertainties. You have to remember that. So any sport, any single game can go any way, whoever's way, honestly speaking. So we shouldn't be harsh on our athletes.
Yes.
It's just that Vidit is a fantastic player, but at the same time, in the last round, things are not going his way as of now. Most probably, we are looking at Vidit not surviving in this game because, the The position looks really bad for Vidit already. What to say? That is sport and we have to take as it is. That's it.
In Asian game, till now, India already win 22 medals, including 5 gold, 7 silver, and 10 bronze.
Hold on. White, black played differently and things have gone completely different way. So instead of queen c8, black played knight d4, bishop d7, queen d7. What happened there?
These are less now.
Bishop into d4, e cross d4,
Now
and knight
BD6.
d5, bd6.
Yes.
Okay, so now the game is going into a very defined position of the knight on d5 is going to be a monster and the pawn on d4 will most probably be lost. So we are going to enter into a position where white will have 2 rooks, knights and queen versus 2 rooks, bishop and queen, but white will have an extra pawn. This is what we are going to enter.
We cannot support this pawn because of if you play bishop e5, f4 is coming. If you play bishop c5, b4 is coming. So that pawn already lost. This knight.
Honestly speaking, very well played by Sindarao. Played a very good surprise in the opening against such an experienced player like Vidit. First of all, employing the c3 Sicilian, starting with that, and then getting a slight edge out of opening. If you see so far, he has played all the best moves for white in this game. All the best moves for white in this game. Remember, he is also playing a crucial game. He also is playing for a medal. So in such a game, such a young boy is playing such fantastic chess. Hats off to him. We have to praise our opponents. Even if they are beating us, we have to praise them if they are playing so well. Honestly speaking, hats off to Sindarao in this game. So Niklesh bhai, shall we have a break and look at other games meanwhile?
We can check. Harika is beating Jujiner. No, yes.
Yeah, that's some good news.
Yes, at
Let's
least
have
we
some
will
good
watch
news.
this
Let's
game
go for
because
that.
he's beating the someone who won the gold medal. But I'm just half point was there. If Harika Humpy have won the side game, means someone win last round, would have very good chances for medal in the last round.
Yeah, that was a
Humpy-
crucial pairing which was basically pitted the two Indians against each other, and they drew the game and they both lost half a point. So Harika is winning this game hands down. What about Humpy?
Humpy position is almost equal still.
Okay, so Humpy has played some kind of a reti, which probably became, no, not yet, which is something connected to a Grunfeld. Typical of Humpy, she is keeping slight control of the position. White is probably slightly better in this position.
So there is
No,
chances. The point
probably
is
this is equal.
here because Huifan is winning. Otherwise, Harika already have chance for bronze.
Yeah, of course. I'm not talking about the medal prospects here. So just a game. So we just had a break. What about Arjun's game, Niklesh?
Okay, we'll go to Arjun game. 1 minute. Arjun already won the match.
Oh, wow.
So
That's a clean win in just 25 moves with white pieces.
25
Bravo,
moves.
Arjun. Well played. Very good game in the last round. Just that such a good form has come a little bit late in the tournament. But anyway, well done.
Anyway, it's
And-
good to finish with victory because we need Arjun in team events.
Sure.
So it's
And
fun.
in the top board between Sumia and Wei, it is Wei who has a slight advantage. That's interesting.
He is definitely much stronger than Sumia because I think against Sumia, Vidit already had very good chances, but somehow it didn't work well. But Wei is definitely with Wei. Maybe he will win this game and win easily
the
gold
D3
medal.
pawn is very weak.
Double
D3
gold for
pawn is
China.
the classic. Yeah, D3 pawn is basically a huge weakness. The backward pawn on D3. So, yeah, this game also looks very much going in Wei's favor, which means, yeah, both men and women, they will have gold medal in the individual. Bravo, China.
Bravo, China, yes. Amazing.
And going back to Vidit's game, Vidit is
And in
already
Levitov
lost.
chess, Anand finished fourth. In the last day, I think I in the last day, Anand beat, I think, so many players. Na? He beat Dubov, Grishchuk, Galfand, draw with Kramnik and Aronian. Wow, amazing.
What is happening in Vidit's game? He looks like clearly lost here now. The question is even worse than before.
No, I think this is a very, very, because Queen is doing nothing. Okay, only one blunder can help, but this kind of position, no one will make blunder even. Because pawn
This is a
down,
completely lost position for
completely
Black.
losing.
Not only does it make the player's job difficult, it makes the commentator's job also very difficult. What to comment on a game in which your player is
Look,
staring at a hopeless position?
how,
How
how,
to comment on a player who is staring at a hopeless position is a big challenge.
uh, I remember Saravanan, for me as a writer or whatever do, the most difficult moment came in very start only. So I went to this Chennai 2013 World Championship, and that was my first assignment for ChessBase main channel to write in Hindi because tournament was happening in India. So when I reached Chennai, the last three rounds actually, so that the game Anand lost in front of me and Carlsen become the world champion. I don't have. I was stuck at least 1 hour what to write because I have no idea how to write. Means what to write. Anand lost. This is difficult to write. So I have to write that Carlsen already won the world championship, and I have to write that Anand lost. So that was the super difficult moment for my entire career. Even still, that how to write Anand lost the game. So what I wrote there is that today Anand didn't lost. Today is a just exchange, or today just one new world champion born, and Anand was the champion for us. He already did best for us. So I write like in the balance in Hindi. I'm not able to describe you in English properly. So I write in the way that okay, Carlsen become the new world champion. So this is just a transfer of power, and Anand was greatest as always. He did so many things already for India. So it's very difficult to when if your player is losing, it's difficult to say something, speak, or write.
Well, as I said, it is a commentator's job is also very difficult when you have only one game to comment, and in that game, Black is already looking at a very bad position. You know, there is this principle about fighting in chess. It's very, very important to keep your nerve and keep on fighting even in hopeless positions in chess because bigger miracles have happened in chess. But the point is, there should at least be some tactical idea. There should be some tactical possibilities for a player to come back. And here, I don't see any tactics for Black. And Vidit has just 2 minutes in his clock, less than 2 minutes against Indarov's 15 minutes on the clock. So it's actually a hopeless position almost. And that's very sad.
Let's see the Harika game just for a minute. No, now this is not so winning. What happened exactly? Still better, but what happened? Okay, this rook came for exchange. Ah, okay. So still exchange will be there, but okay. Maybe because of pawn structure and something possible to
Basically,
hold.
Black's king is exposed. That makes all the difference in this position. And Black king is exposed so much, it always gives white tactical possibilities. As I was telling you, to fight in any position, there needs to be tactical possibilities. So somewhere along the way of conversion, Harika has exposed her king,
This now in this
which will
position,
make
last
her
position,
job difficult to win in this position.
Harika played this move actually, and she missed this move actually.
Uh-huh.
So no, this is the
Anyway, she
position
should
now.
be
This is
still
the position again now. Queen d4 check?
Queen d4 check is what has happened already. So it should still be winning for black. I mean, we are looking at if king goes to g3, then there is h4 check. And
Yes.
so
Then will
if
be the mate from g1. Queen g1.
white is supposed to exchange queens with queen e3, then it should be a technically one ending. So Harika is still winning. Yes.
Yes.
So some good news for India. So you put Huifan's position, now Humpy's position.
I was just checking what is happening if Ifan did some blunder or something. I just searching one medal somewhere.
I
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
I'm desperately searching for a medal. You know, now that all our viewers are about what is happening in Indian chess and what should have happened and all that, I'll ask you a question which has nothing to do with chess. Who said this? The crown of France was lying in the gutter, and I just went for it and it was handed over to me on a platter. Who said this? Searching for a medal, the same way searching for the crown in a gutter. Who said this in history? Anyone knows this?
No.
Please don't Google. Just tell me without Googling.
I don't know that.
Excellent. Rishabh, Praful Sahu both said Napoleon. Well done. Very well done. It is good to be good at chess, but at the same time, it is good to be good at everything also. To be a good specialist, you have to be a good generalist as well. Well done. It was indeed Napoleon Bonaparte who said that. The crown of France was lying in the gutter and I went searching for it and it was handed over to me in a platter. So let us keep searching for the medal. Some stability in Vidit's position now, because he has kind of found good placement for his pieces. Now it is up to white to find out.
The winning chances.
Here, you know, what is the best way to find a draw in this position? The best way to find a draw in this position to exchange queens. Because rook and bishop in any combination, two rooks and bishop against two rooks and knight, or rook and bishop versus rook and knight is the only way to try for a draw in this position. So somehow black has to look to exchange the white queen. I mean the queens for both the games. So well done, guys. There are guys who know their history, world history, European history among our viewers. Very nice to hear that. You know, this is a very nice incident. After the Tata Steel blitz got over last month, so I was a reporter and I asked a couple of questions to Pragnananda. I asked him, what did you do? How did you prepare for this tournament? He said something very interesting. He said, I looked at the last year's tournament where Arjun played so well and won the tournament very well in blitz, and I played badly. I just looked at all the games to see what Arjun did and what I didn't do properly. And I asked myself the question, how should I play today, basically? And I understood that I should keep the position simple, keep the moves flowing rather than looking for anything tactical in this position. You know, the best of the players are those who form their own ideas of chess. So rapid and blitz is about playing chess in a way that, you know, you are very comfortable in the position, your opponent is not comfortable. Hey, what I am predicting is happening. Vidit has exchanged the queens and it is rook and bishop versus rook and knight. There are some chances now that black can save the position. It's not easy anymore.
But the point is, means at least it's better to not to lose the game. But the point is,
I know there are a lot of ways in which white can still win and there is no medal chances. But it's interesting that Vidit is fighting, you know, that's what matters. It's excellent that he's fighting very well. Yeah.
At least that super worst position. From that position, even engine is saying white is winning, but now it's not easy for white to find the winning move.
See, this is the kind of position where we have to make our understanding of chess. A very strong chess player in the league of Carlsen, Kramnik, Anand, these league of players, They will never exchange queens in such a positions because even though the position is still clearly but for white, there may be a 0.5% chance that black may be able to draw this game. So when you exchange queens, you make that percentage become a reality for black. So such great players in the history, if you see their games, they will never exchange queens in such a piece combinations for both the sides.
With his saving his 7th rank.
Mhm.
So now king can come to g7. He just want to improve little and little.
So that was a nice break to find that we have good students of history among our viewers. Really nice. Makes our day.
And let's check. Harika Dronavalli beat the Jujiner. Whoa. And with h3. So Harika beat the gold medalist. At least this is the good news that Harika beat the gold medalist of the Asian Games, Jujiner, in the last round. And so this is went on my prediction thing. Here, this is even draw. This is no meaning. Here, if I say Hu Yifan is totally winning, but sometimes Hu Yifan makes some big blunders in recent time. Okay. Anyway, and here is Humpy is holding Bibi Sara.
Humpy has a slight advantage, I would say, mainly because of the bishop on g2. What remains to be done is to bring the knight on h4 to the center. And there is this old quote of GM Liv Sake, one of the best players in the history of chess. Winning in chess is very easy. Just keep your pieces in the center. That's it. So bring the knight from h4 to d4 square and white will win the game. This is the game by Hu Yifan where Niklesh is hoping for a
If
blunder.
Hu Yifan do some blunder and lost the game, then Harika have some chances of medals. Why I'm saying this, I will show you the test. The women's.
It's completely lost for Vidit, I think. He's giving up the b6 pawn also.
The position here, Jujiner in already in 7 and Harika, if you see, I have to. Harika already in 6 points. Look at here. This is I'm talking about. So if Hu Yifan lost, what will happen? Or drew. And
Hu Yifan lost. I will send you a present by post immediately.
Bibi Sara will, for example, if Humpy draw that match, she will be on 6. So I have to look at the tie break first. Let me live in little, what to say, prediction era. Let me see the standing of women's again. What's the woman standing? Here is Harika, 2.348 average. No, Hu Yifan average is better. Hu Yifan need to be lost. Bibi Sara average is lost. Okay, if Humpy draw and Hu Yifan lost, Harika will have medal. I know I'm predicting something which is not happening because actually Hu Yifan is winning. But I'm just saying this is still possible. So can you imagine that if look, anything can possible. Any one blunder can, anything can happen. One draw even can help. No, draw will not help.
By the way, Wei has already won his game and he has already won the gold medal. So hearty congratulations to Wei for that.
Both China wins both medals. 2 gold.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Very creditable performance by China.
Their homeland.
In the rapid individual tournament, they won both the medals in both the women and the open sections. Well done by them.
And looks like Uzbekistan is going to win 2 medal in the men's section because Abdul Sattarov, oh, yeah, Abdul Sattarov is winning. This is a winning end game as I understand. Right?
He has all the chances now. He's a pawn up in a queen and pawn ending, and Abdul Sattarov is especially good at queen and pawn endings. So this, yes, basically, this is very good chance for Abdul Sattarov and Sindarov, who is having a clear advantage against Vidit Gujrathi. Yeah, looks like 2 medals for Uzbekistan in
Men's
individual
section.
open rapid. It's open section, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is showing how Uzbekistan players are doing in the pressure situation. If you remember the Olympiad, they did amazing in pressure situation. And here once again.
Yeah, Uzbekistan is definitely a crop of young players who have done extremely well in the last few years. And we had a lot of interviews on the internet by their coach, their national team coach, Ivan Sokolov, who had talked a lot about the attitude and the hardworking nature of the Uzbek players. So yeah, definitely Uzbekistan is doing extremely well because of their youngsters in the last few years in the world stage. And Abdul Sattarov, in my opinion, is the best among them, who is basically, is on the way to the top of the table in the world chess.
I took Sokolov interview recently in Sharjah Masters on ChessBase. These days he's working with Romania to grow Romania talent.
Oh, that's news. I didn't know that. I thought RB Ramesh is also working with the Romanian national youth team.
And look at here, I think this is a completely lost position now for Vidit. So this is, I think, very clear. So what is going to happen? I think I still want to check this game. Okay, no, we'll totally winning game. Can you tell me any chances you find something is possible to happen? No?
Definitely not. This game, Ifan is completely under control, and there is absolutely no chance that she can even draw this game. This is a completely one game.
Okay.
Well, what do we say? Huifan is basically an extremely strong player.
2 times world champion.
My opinion, she was the favorite for the gold medal.
Gold medal,
but
yes.
That didn't happen. But she's at the end of the day, she's an extremely strong player. She's not going to let this position go.
But this is like Umida Umanovova. She won the medal. This is really amazing. From Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan? She's from Uzbekistan, I guess. So means Uzbekistan women's player is also working hard these days. Maybe their rating is not showing, but the standard is there definitely. So Uzbekistan is having 3 medals in out of 6. Wow.
Niklesh bhai, everybody is working hard everywhere.
No.
It's just not.
No. I understand, but till now Uzbekistan.
At the end of the day,
No.
Competition is basically so fierce here. I mean, when it comes to medals and all. See, one thing is, in my opinion, the most remarkable player is Eunice Feng of Hong Kong. Completely unknown. Suddenly, she jumped to the second of the table on the penultimate round. These are players whom I would praise because this shows that there was a lot of effort and hard work on their part. So, yeah, I mean, I was just joking. So, basically, excellent performances by many of these players. Omanova, Eunice Feng, everyone.
No, I was just saying that till now, only we heard about that Uzbekistan boys are doing really well. Now
Sure.
That means in chess atmosphere in the country is growing really well. So now women's is also coming and performing. So,
by the way, one more news is that Zhu Ziner is also a very young player. She is just 20 years old and she has a rating of 2493 and she is also a grandmaster, not a women grandmaster. She's a open grandmaster. So Zhu Ziner is also a very strong player. It's just that probably players like Zhu Wenjun, the presence of much more illustrious players from the Chinese national team, probably we didn't hear her name so much in the past, but she's also an extremely young player.
think this is over. China wins double gold in chess. Uzbekistan is winning 3 medals, and that is really amazing. Out of, and I think same China will be also 3 medals in overall.
So to provide another news, Umida Omanova from Uzbekistan is just 17 years old, and she holds a title of Woman International Master.
Yes, yes.
So that's also a youngster with a lot of promise. Umida Omanova from Uzbekistan.
Let's see.
And
This is the last position.
Bibi
I think
Sara
game over almost.
Azubayeva is from Kazakhstan and she is 19 years old. And she holds a title of International Master in chess. Yet to become a Grandmaster, but she is International Master and she is 19 years old. So all youngsters at Asian, Niklesh.
Yes, yes, yes. I think
And
here is
then-
the so many things are there. You can talk about the you can say anything when players didn't win the medal. This is the point. If they win, you say okay, they did the best. But if they didn't win, you say okay, this should be selection criteria. This should be like this. But it's like that. I think game is over
It
already.
is near in Vidit game. Now it is completely lost.
Yes.
Vidit is going to resign any moment. Hard luck, Vidit Gujrathi.
He played good. Look how chess changes. Yesterday he was winning against Wei Yi in some variations. In the end, he could have already secured medal 2 rounds before, but he lost the game, and then he scored only half points. Means he scored only half point today.
Yeah, the last round went, many things went wrong for Vidit. Very clever opening choice, opening preparation by Sindarov, playing fast, and many things went wrong in the last round. Last round, we can say that Sindarov really played a good game to defeat Vidit.
No. Here is all is fine, I think. But my only disappointment is India deserve medals in this. Means Asian India deserve medals. India usually wins Asian championships, Asian everything. So India actually deserve medals in this kind of podium right now in Asian, even individual. But anyway, it's okay. Whatever happened is happened, and we have to look for a team championship, which is going to start in 2 days, and which will be in classical format. So I think that is going to be a huge for chance for Indian team to start and show that how strong India, not only in the world, not only in Asia, world, everywhere. Okay, anyway, this is the position, and looks like she's winning here. Hui Fan. So the medal chances is technically 100% is over. So we'll finish maybe 4th and 5th.
Yep, there we go.
So Indian teams, all games are already over here. And if we talk about medal tally, I think Jujiner is there number 1. Omanova will be number 2. Hui Fan will be number 3, and Harika will be number 4. Depend on Humpy game already draw, so Harika will be number 4.
No, Asubayeva might be number 4 actually.
No,
we don't know the
the
average rating.
No. The average is better.
She has that average rate. Okay, then
Harika had better average, so Harika will be
number
4th.
Okay,
So it's
Asubayeva 5 and Hampi will finish in a tie for
okay. And
6.
here we already win the gold. Okay, and board number 2, Nodirbek is winning. Nodirbek already won, so silver is confirmed to Nodirbek, I think. And Sindarov already won, so bronze already confirmed to Sindarov. So
Nadirbek Abdusattarov is one of my favorite players, and basically a player who is rising up very fast. See the last round game, if you see the
this is something is happening here. Abdusattarov will have gold. No. They didn't update VE result. Is what is the standing last round before.
Of course, they have not updated phase result.
They didn't
Page one
update. I say
also.
how this is possible.
You have to just refresh the page, Niklesh. If you refresh the page, it will come again.
Wei
Yeah.
will be 7.5. This is confirmed now. Sindaro will have bronze. Sindaro bronze, Abdul Sattarov silver, and Wei gold.
So I was telling about Abdul Sattarov. You know, the last round, the tenacious queen and pawn ending. If you go through the games that Abdul Sattarov played in the recent Tata Steel Blitz and Rapid, many games like this with very less material on the board, Abdul Sattarov wins them consistently. So that shows his tenacity. Tenacity is not a quality you see in youngsters like this. Very rarely talents like Magnus Carlsen, Anish Giri comes up with such kind of talent. So Abdul Sattarov is a very big talent to watch out for in future.
Onodo Das Gupta, Umida can win, but the point is Umida position is dead draw. If you check out the position. So it's okay if anyone do any blunder is different thing, but the position is dead draw actually. So nothing is going to happen there. So in that case, Umida will be on 7. Okay, 7-7 is possible. Let me check Umida. Okay, can Umida win the gold? Let me check. That is going to be then very, very interesting. If that is possible.
Yeah, that is because Zhu Jinner lost her last round.
Yes. Even in draw is possible. Yes, you are correct, Mr. Das. Because rating average, Umida have 2406 average, best average in top. So in 7 points, Umida will be in top. Yes. So there is no double gold for China. Umanova did something amazing. So she will win the gold. Okay. Why we are thinking Zhu Jinner is ahead so much? Okay, she was not ahead so much. Only half point ahead. So then 7 points. So Umida will be gold, Zhu Jinner will be silver, and Hu Yifan will be bronze. Whoa.
So we were fixated on Hu Yifan losing. We didn't count on Umanova getting the gold medal.
Yeah, that we didn't count. Oh my god. Chess and life are unpredictable.
So Harika basically has made a difference in the medal standing by.
Yes, Harika did at least
Zhu
something.
Jinner in the last round against Zhu Jinner of China.
Harika smashed the medal from China, gold medal. Harika took China gold medal.
One way of putting it.
So I think so. Some people will be happy on this thing that Harika took the China gold medal. No. But something again is happening in this board. Some wrong exchanges. And looks like in the same color bishop, remember everyone, in the same color bishop, a small advantage can make a difference. Saravanan, there is any chance for black to win?
I'm just looking at the board. This is extremely complicated. One very funny thing is black has 4 pawns against white's 2 pawns on the king side. But the 4 pawns are doubled pawns. This is called as a tank in chess parlance. So this is very complicated. Maybe we can analyze this position a little. Let us see what is going on in this position.
For example, white will play king f1, do nothing. How black will win this position?
Let's have a look. So just give me a second to open up the game. So what is black threatening here is basically to take on f3 and force the white bishop or the pawn to take on f3. I don't think there is any chance for a win in this position because at the end of the day, the black king cannot come into the white's queen side because of the passer on d5.
Yes.
This is just a draw in my opinion.
So Umida just need to
Definitely
hold
just a
her
draw.
nerves. But where is the timings? Ah,
The
this has
timing
happened
doesn't almost
already.
fine.
This has happened already.
What's that?
He has to maintain bishop d7 and she
This
will
is a
maintain
little
bishop
bit
e2.
risky. This is a little bit risky. Probably the black player is playing for a medal here. The Vietnamese La Thao Nguyen Pham. See, the point here is
No, she will not get the medal. She's only 5 points. She can maximum score 6. Umida already have confirmed medal.
what I mean to say is that, she's just trying for a win desperately because she may not know the point position outside, right? But the point is, it will be too risky to give up on the g4 pawn. That's why black has gone back to f6. It's just a draw.
This is not possible to break this. And thanks to this double pawn, if you ever exchange, then nothing will happen, I think.
So has all the games in the open section have completed? I think.
Open
Yeah.
section, all match done
Open
already.
section is over,
Yes, all
so
match
you
done.
can
All
announce the
match done.
results. Yeah, complete results you can show maybe, Niklesh.
This is the, I have to refresh only. This is the complete in man section. How pity this is that this is amazing. Means I don't know what is the correct word I'm saying. Look, Vidit was all the time in the medal list and he finished 6th now. And Arjun crossed Vidit and he's number 5 now. And Tabatabai is number 4 with 6 points.
So bronze and silver for Uzbekistan. Sindarov, Javakir Sindarov wins bronze. Nodirbek Abdusattarov wins silver. And the gold goes to China's Wei Yi, who scored 7.5. No tie in the top 4 places. 7.5, 7 and 6.5. Wei Yi on 7.5, Abdusattarov on 7, and Sindarov on 6.5. That's remarkable.
I think Huifan
So
already
in the-
scored the victory in 9th round. So she is
So in the
already
women-
number 2. This Omanatova, the moment she will win the match, the things will change.
So Umida Omanova is still playing against her Vietnamese opponent,
Mhm.
Le Thao Nguyen Pham. And the game is most likely to end in a draw, which means Umida Omanova is going to tie for first along with Zhu Jiner at 7 points because Zhu Jiner lost a very crucial game to Harika in the last round. That's very interesting. And most probably Huifan will be getting the bronze. So 2 medals confirmed for China in women's section. Which medals we still have to wait and watch, but most probably the silver and bronze for China.
Let's see, I think still we need to wait till the last. Average rating of
Yeah.
opponents cut 1. Since your first round opponent will be disappear.
Oh. So that's a twist in the tail. Now you're telling.
No, I just read more details actually. I went to more details. The average rating of opponents cut 1. Cut 1 means first opponents will be cut 1. And yes, her first opponent was not so strong, Omanatova. And Zhu Jiner first opponent. Let's see what will happen. I think
Umida Omanova.
Umida Omanova. Yes.
Umida Omanova, yes.
No, but as what I can see, look. Zhu Jiner was 2255 average rating. And Umida have 2406. So this is not going to change drastically in average in the last round. No. If this draw, this she will win. the gold.
That's interesting.
No. What? What? What she did here? Why she has to play king here? Oh. So China again have a gold with the help of Lei Thao Pham. What she played
Is
here?
it
Look
a
here.
loss?
She played king here. This is the only thing you don't need to do.
Chess is a case of glorious uncertainties.
And this is lost now. My God.
It's a very unfortunate blunder to do.
But can you understand? Now she will have silver even after losing.
That's really unfortunate for the young player from
No, but for
Pakistan.
example, this was the position. This you can simply everyone. This was the plan that whenever she will take, you will take with the bishop.
Just an unfortunate blunder. That's it.
Means you need to king somewhere here. Okay, game already over.
Strange. Yeah, very strange move to make. King E2.
You can play simply king e1 here because if opponent exchange here, you can play bishop f3 here because if she exchange bishop, you will stop this pawn and opponent has to stop this pawn. Oh my God. So anyway, this
Okay,
is the...
Shubham Sharma says something very interesting in chat. There are so many sports where athletes win medals at world level, but none watch the sport. When support for a particular sport rises, there are some expectations and hence criticisms on underperforming. I very much understand what you say, Shubham. You are right. Obviously, fans will always be passionate. Fans always want their stars to do well. But at the same time, it's very important to remember that sport is completely uncertain. In the history of any sport, if you see, mind-boggling things have happened in the last minute, last second of a last second and all that. So that is the nature of sports for us. It is just that this one tournament, even though we have some great world-class talents in Vidit Gujrathi and Arjun Erigaisi, this one tournament we didn't do well. India didn't do well. Same with Hampi and Harika. If it had so happened in the women's section that Harika had won the gold medal and Hampi the silver medal, I wouldn't have been surprised at all because they do deserve it. It just so happened that this one tournament, things didn't go well in India. Yes, criticism definitely will come our way when we don't meet our expectations. But at the same time, it is just one tournament. Let's forget it and let's go for the best in India in the combined session, which will start day after tomorrow. So, Niklesh bhai, I think with a roundup, we can end our broadcast today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Saravanan ji, for these days, these 5 days. You help us a lot. So much good analysis, so much knowledge, so much stories. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, viewers. Unfortunately, India didn't win any medal, but remember, our players are fighting well, and still team championship is there. And Gukesh, Pragyananda will join the team championship. Harikrishna will join. So even the women's section. I wish India is going to do well. So thank you so much for this. You are here for all the time. Thank you so much for support. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And to all our viewers, most probably for the classical event, your favorite commentator will be back with his wife, International Master Sagar Shah.
And Amrita Mukal.
You will have a fun time with them. All
and
the best.
now they are not going to like us more. They say they too come and India didn't met no medal.
Come on, be a sport. Come on, spare.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Have a good evening to all of you.